From the Pro Image Group of Companies, Pro Sport, in conjunction with the Victorian Football League, presents Pro Football.
Hello and welcome once again to more great VFL action in pro football. This week it's the battle of the co-tenants at the MCG, namely Richmond and Melbourne. The Tigers still believing they can sneak in to 4th or 5th position on the ladder. The Demons, on the other hand, after a positive start to the season, are looking to get out of a pretty desperate slump. Let's now go to the MCG for the opening bounce. Your commentators are Jack Edwards and Peter McKenna.
Sevens Big League, the MCG. The game between Melbourne and Richmond. This is round number 12. And the ball put down and Big Moore rises high. Got a little tap to the side of the pack. It runs out toward the wing position where there was a chance for James. He was tackled but not in possession. And the umpire calls now play on as Francis takes the hand pass from James. It's down towards the half-forward flank position where it's tapped away toward Bauer. Bauer of Richmond falling over. It's on the half-forward zone where he gets a little kick away toward the forward pocket position, but he can't take the mark. The Melbourne player to take that mark is Dale Dixon. This game at the MCG, perfect conditions for football.
Yes, and let's hope that Melbourne can show a return to form today. Oh, gee, Hugh, that was stretch. In fact, should have taken that mark, but dropped it. Dropped the sitter. It's towards half-back. That's Dean Notting charging after the football. Good football by Notting. He's got it onto the left foot. Good play by the young backman. Back it comes towards centre wing. A tackle made on Greg Healy. The umpire calls play on. He kicks it wide. Cordner at full forward against Jess. Oh, big thump away. It comes to Newport. He's dumped after he kicked it. Up towards the forward line. A bit of solid stuff going on already in this game as Healy picks it up. Here's a chance. It comes down towards the half-forward line, or the forward pocket. In fact, Peart got the ball. Kicks it wide. Back it comes. Kicked off the ground by Notting. Coming in after the ball is Dale Dixon for Melbourne. He hooks it back towards half-forward. It's all Richmond over the back. It's thumped away. Oh, gee, Melbourne look fair dinkum today as Francis dives in for Richmond. Umpire letting it go as it's kicked back by Alan Johnson. Up to Cordner. Oh, he's marked.
That's good football.
Yes, very good football by Melbourne. Good mark by Cordner. Good use of the body. And he's only, about 8 metres out.
Yeah, the angle's fairly tight, as you see by this camera shot. That was good work by Cordner. Put the backside out to hold Jess out of position and took a juggling mark. Only a few metres out. He's be kicking from where you see Jess on the mark, a few metres back from there. The angle is tight, but I think there's enough room. Oh, not with that kick, there isn't. Poor attempt to goal by Cordner for Melbourne's first score. In fact, the first score of the day. And in the at the 2.5-minute mark, or just over the 2-minute mark of the first term, Melbourne are one behind. For 1 point, and Jimmy Jess about to bring the ball in. Richmond have not yet scored. Just going long, and a good kick too. Goes right out toward Manton. He can't take the mark. Hits the turf again. He gets the ball to turf. Another chance for Richmond to go forward.
Yes, and there we go with Manton up towards the forward line. Michael Roach against Sean White. Roach grabbed. Yes, now this is danger. At the 50-metre line, he's on a very acute angle, but Michael Roach is a magnificent kicker of a football, as we well know. And if anyone can make the distance, he's going to kick from about 51 or 52 metres.
I watched Ania go in there looking for the short pass, but Roach wasn't having any of that. He's going for the long kick at goal, which is a poor attempt. A bad kick by Roach. Pete, you're...
Well, he went for the torpedo punt. We know he's a great drop punt kick. He didn't get onto it. They look shocking, don't they, those torps? When they don't
go that way,
don't get onto them.
When they go that way, they look terrible. Ball up in the air. It's going to be a hard one for anyone to mark. There was a chance for the mark to be taken there by Richmond player in Thornton, but the ball's hit the turf and we'll see a bounce taking place.
Conditions fantastic here today, aren't they, Jack?
Yes, great conditions for football. There's only about 18 degrees Celsius and the ground should be in great nick. No breeze to worry the players, and the ball now in Richmond's forward zone, tapped out by Manton again, doing quite well. Chance for Poole. Can't get the ball yet. Yes, he's gained possession on this occasion, and the half-forward flank, he ran the ball away from goal, hooked it back toward the square. Roach sets himself again, and a chest mark. There's going to be a bit of a problem down there for Sean White. I don't think White would have enough experience.
Well, he played very well last week, of course, on Dunstall, but Sean White, the Irish boy, there he is on screen at the back. Well, under these conditions, they'll have to play very, very close and hard on Roach. Punched the ball away at every opportunity, but that was great use of the body and a chance for the first goal of the game to come up here to the Richmond spearhead. He stabs at this one, no doubt about it. And it's a goal, the first blood, major blood to Richmond. They move on to 1 goal straight, leading Melbourne 1 point.
Well, interesting, Peter, the 2 occasions that Roach has gone to the ball, he's been in front of his opponent. Did you notice that? He took the mark in front of White and he kicked the goal on that occasion. The other time he was at the 50-metre mark, but still playing in front, and he took that mark but missed with that torpedo attempt. At the centre bounce now on Seven's big league at the 4.5-minute mark of the first term. The ball tapped down past Notting on that Manton on that occasion. It comes out of the centre through Manton again. He's doing very well in the first term. Roach uses the body. White gets it to ground. Picked up by Rioli. A hard step toward goal. No, he didn't even try it. It ran past Rawlings. He couldn't take it. Picked up and lost by... That could have been a free kick against Dixon, but the umpire's called play on.
Yes, that was... then the ball comes down towards Notting. That was from Campbell, who kicked that one. Notting gets away, hooks it back towards the half-forward line. It should be a mark. No, it's not a mark to Jeremy Nichols, number 39, the young fella. And it is thumped over the line and out of bounds. Gee, I could see problems in for Sean White, but he played that well against Michael Roach.
Yes,
for that
I thought Roach was going to get him out of position, but that didn't happen. Moore tapped it down to Healy, the little kick from Healy going up around the flank, and Melbourne must welcome this fella back to the side, Alan Johnson. Prolific kick-getter for Melbourne, but didn't use that one too well. Kicked it in toward the centre of the ground, picked up and hurriedly put on a hand pass by line. It gets moved up towards Jess, and Cordner at the back should get the front berth. Chance for Fidge. John Fidge hand passes back out. Another chance for Melbourne to go forward through Healy. It's on its way, but it's off target and only one behind. Melbourne have been forward twice. Healy's had 4 possessions so far in this game. Melbourne have been forward twice for 2 behinds. Richmond forward on a couple of occasions. They have 1 goal on the board.
Neil Peart receives from Jimmy Jess, kicks to half back where Dean Notting takes the mark. Off he goes, looking for Brendan Bauer. Big Mark Lee's there. Hand passes wide. He's looking out for Trevor Poole on that centre wing area, and Poole couldn't get there, but they're a bit of messing around there instead of going back for the long kick.
Yes, a perfect condition. We'll say it again. MCG in
no wind.
Nick. No wind, no nothing. Jarrett gets the ball moving. Got a smothered too. It's a chance for the old fella. Rawlings, I can call him that now, I suppose. Up toward Roach. It comes tapped to ground. Manton in the van once again. Very cleverly done, but no one to back him up. Picked up by Sean White. His kick not a good one. It's over the boundary line. We'll see a boundary throw-in taking place in Richmond's half-forward flank position. The breeze, non-existent. Temperature 16 degrees. The ground perfect. Now, I think Melbourne can do a little bit better, Peter, today than they have in the last few weeks.
Moore goes straight down to Johnny Annear. He hooks back, but waiting there uncontested was Paul Payne. He gets it across to Sean White, was smothered off the boot. Here's danger because here's Stephen James. A hand pass to Manton. Manton on the left foot, a left foot snap. I think he's kicked it. It's a good goal. Yes. Poor play by the Melbourne defence. A lovely goal to Manton on his opposite foot. Richmond have kicked 2 goals and Melbourne have kicked 2 points.
Play you've just seen on screen. Manton doing very well for Richmond early in this first term. John Manton. He must have had 3 possessions so far, but he's tapped the ball out a couple of times to get it moving, and I think he's done very well for Richmond, and that was a bad mistake made by Sean White. That won't do his confidence any good at all. Centre bound, Sevens big league with Richmond leading on 2 goals to Melbourne's 2 points. 10 points between the teams, and Moore's left foot kick goes straight to the opposition. Can't be accepted by Smith. Holding the man decision will be paid Melbourne's way, and the free kick will be taken right in the centre of the MCG. Now the kick's going to go upfield, taken by Jeremy Nichols by the looks of things, up to the half-forward zone. Or Fidge dropped the easy mark. Hand pass from Bauer came away, and it looks like little Rawlings getting the tap downfield.
Manton gets it out wide, and they bring it forward. That was by Thornton right out towards the pocket. Well, it was Smith, in fact, who gave that one to Roach. Roach centres the ball, looking up. Oh, that was a bad kick by Michael Roach. And against Stu Morris, that'll be 15 metres. As taken down there by Rodney Grinter. Now, Grinter, a short one to Graham Yates at centre half back. Yates towards the half-forward line. Notting playing in front. Punched away by Rawlings. Here's danger because Bauer's got it. Looks across further afield. It comes to Annear. Onto the left foot he goes. He hooks it high. Thumped away by Yates. I think it was touched off the boot. In goes Healy. He's tackled. A further kick comes out towards centre wing. That was by Dale Dixon. Now it's a chance for Thornton. Thornton looking up towards the forward line, but that was good play down there by Grinter. Out wide he goes to Stretch. Stretch hooks it back towards centre wing where the mark, no, it's not taken by Newport. Grabbed by Jarrett. Jarrett hooks it back towards half forward. Notting's there again. Went up one-handed. A chance for John Fidge over the back of the pack. He slips over. Ducks back. It's knocked away by the Richmond defenders. In goes Neil Peart. He's got it. Caught. Puts it on the ground. Could almost have been a free kick against him. In go the players. They pounce on top of it. 30 metres out from the Melbourne goal.
Richmond on 12 points. Melbourne 2 points. You're on Sevens Big League. 9.5 minutes into the first term. And Melbourne in attack. Only 40 metres out from goal. Chance for Melbourne to score here if they can get it down. It's tapped down by Hughes. A hurried kick came from Healy by the looks of things. Over the back to Cordner. It was a chance for him to gain possession, but it's been run through by Jimmy Jess. So Melbourne 3 times forward for 3 behinds. And for Richmond, 2 straight goals. Jess from full back. 10 minutes gone, the first term. Jess has kicked a good one again. Out toward the wing position on the outer or the members' side of the ground. Now Melbourne can get it forward through Cole. He's waited for the hand pass to come out to him, which did eventuate from Dixon. He gets a kick now up toward the half-forward zone. Chance for Fidge again, but France is too quick, too agile. Got the ball moving quickly toward the centre of the ground. Another chance out for Payne of Melbourne. He has the ball there in front of Pickering. Payne running the ball toward the wing position. Picked up nicely too. Should have hand passed to Jarrett, or it did come eventually. Jarrett looking for a long kick now. Drives up the ball. And behind play, there was a couple of whacks back there, but no one's picked them up. And now we see the ball with John Annear of Richmond. He goes out toward... No, he still carries it toward the wing position. A little bit of spite creeping into this game. And the mark taken by Pickering on the outer side of the ground.
I'll tell you what, Mark Lee came in quick, smart to even things up when the Richmond player copped one. There's Roach getting pushed in the back. That'll be a free kick or a mark to Michael Roach. But he's too far out from goal. He's about 65 metres out. In fact, he's inside. No, it's actually that's that 50-metre mark, but he's... right on the boundary line, so I doubt whether he'd make the distance. He's going for the short one. Was it in the back? No, said the umpire to Pickering.
Why would Roach go into the pocket and keep the ball on the boundary line?
It's a strange one. I don't think Michael Pickering should have led there either, Jack. I think they should have gone the long kick to the square.
That I agree with. Lee doing the ruck work against Moore. Got the tap to the front of the pack, taken by Payne. The little kick comes away from Payne, and now it's been driven up toward the wing position by Newport. Up to the wing position it runs and out of bounds. So we'll see a boundary throw-in taking place on the wing position outer side, with the scoreboard showing 12 points to 3. Richmond leading Melbourne. They're in the first term by 11, nearly 12 minutes.
There's the ruck drills. It comes over the back to Trevor Poole. Now he gives it to Annear. Bit of a fumble there as Jarrett's got it. Perfect conditions, as we said earlier, so there shouldn't be too many fumbles today. There's Notting, who's looked good early in this game. He can really play, Dean Notting, as he comes to half forward, and on that occasion was a poor kick. But there's Annear, a hand pass, a bad hand pass. There's a lot of mistakes being made, Jack.
There is too. You see Notting, who looked like he could have played, kicked straight the man about 2 metres in front of him. The ball ran out of bounds. On screen, Johnny Annear waiting for this boundary throw-in. The ball with Lee. And a free kick will go the way of Lee or Moore. Moore thought it was his, but the shepherding's been paid to Lee. He comes in toward the half-forward zone, but Cole stands his ground. It's a bit of treatment from Rawlings. Another bit of treatment from Rawlings. It'll be 15 metres against Barry Rowlands.
The Richmond kicking has been terrible.
Well, some of the kicking hasn't been good on both sides. Right. There's a chance now. It's all Stretch left it behind. Gets a hand pass back. That was good football from Yates. A short pass goes into the half-forward zone. Now Melbourne moving the ball well until they get to half-forward, then they're breaking down. It's kicked up there by Newport. Thumped away, a chance for Dixon. He gets around to have a shot toward goal. It's hooked around, but no one home for Melbourne. The ball will run toward the boundary line now. The player after it was a Richmond player in Peart, but he couldn't get it.
Gee, they do fall down on that forward line. They just can't crack it for someone to really take over up there. But still, there's plenty more time in this game for someone to do something. There's Johnson appealing for the free kick, and the umpire said he was pushed in the back, umpire Snedden. And he's also will kick from about the 50-metre line, as you'll see in the moment. There it is there. When he actually kicks his ball, it's 50 metres. So it's a decent kick with a drop punt for 50 metres. Let's see what he does with this one, Alan Johnson. It's up towards the goal square, Cordner from behind, but it's forced through by Peart for one behind to Melbourne. So Melbourne move on to 4 behinds, trailing Richmond. There's the value of the straight kicking, Jack. 2 goals straight.
Yes, Melbourne can't get a goal yet. 14 minutes gone the first term. Oh, another great mark taken by Grinder. We saw Grinder a few weeks back, Pete, take a good mark such as that, and another one coming up today. So he's too far out to score. There's been a few leads made, but they've been leading too early for him. He wasn't balanced, so the kick now is long toward the square. Comes down toward Jess off the hands of the players in front, and he lets it go out of bounds. Now the Melbourne forwards not doing well against the Richmond defenders. Those leads were too early. Grinder wasn't balanced at all. And the ball up in the air, tapped down toward Newport. He can't get in there. Francis does the tackling, but we'll see a bounce taking place. It's only about 20 metres out from Melbourne's goal, and they do need a goal. 4 behinds to Richmond's 2 goals. 20 metres out. Can they get it to a rover, Pete?
Peart. Well, not really a rover. He got it to the full-back in Jimmy Jess, who went for one of his booming kicks right out towards the half-back line, and it beats young Craig Smith over the line. There he is on screen. One of the promising young Richmond players. I noticed one of them that played so well early in the year played in their reserves. Today, that's Jeffrey Hogg, number 48, of course. There is Andrew Cross, who's had a merry-go-round with league clubs. Back it comes to Moore for Melbourne, and he takes it over the line on that half-forward line. They'll be relying on Peter Moore to really produce something today in the ruck, Jack.
Yes, I think he should be able to do something today, though his opponent is Mark Lee, who'll be getting fitter now with each game he plays. Out to Hughes, who didn't take possession, was looking for the free kick, but picked up by Jarrett. That kick going high. Should be one for the Rovers here if they're about. There's a chance for a rover. Johnson's off the ground shot, doesn't quite make it, only one behind. There was a definite opportunity.
He was a bit unlucky, wasn't he? He didn't get a really good bounce. If it had a set up for him, he would have had a nice, easy goal, but it stayed on the ground. The score, 5 points, Melbourne, but a lot of those have been rushed.
Yes.
To Richmond, 2 goals straight. Towards the centre wing area, here's Pickering. A hand pass out wide. Now, that would be Smith, yes. Craig Smith on the left foot towards half-forward. That was a good mark. Oh, gee, he caught one across the bush from, I think it's Graham Yates. It is. From Morris Rioli, got him right in the mouth.
He'll be dark on that. Now Yates will take the kick from down on the half-back line up toward the wing position. It travels and Healy takes the mark. Healy's on the half-back flank for Melbourne, looking up toward the half-forward zone. Anyone there? Yes, Morse coming out to take this mark for Melbourne on the true wing position. Melbourne might be a bit fired up now. Melbourne through Moore, going forward to that half-forward. It travels again. Fidge is in there, but won't take the mark. It comes to Turf, a chance for Jarrett. This should be Melbourne's first goal. If he misses from there, they'll shoot him. It's put through. Jarrett kicks Melbourne's first goal. Melbourne 1 goal 5, 11 points. Richmond 2 goals, 12 points, and Jarrett's had his 6th possession.
And I think it'd be fair to say even early in the game that Melbourne do look a much better combination than what we've seen of them in recent weeks. Their form has been deplorable, but at least they're belting it down to the forward line today, and they look as though they're fair dinkum. And they look as though they're a league football side.
Saying that they're fair dinkum. You mean other weeks they haven't been, or what?
No, I'm not saying they're fair dinkum, but they look as though they're 100% desperate, when I think you'd have to agree they haven't looked like that in recent weeks, Jack.
Back to the centre bounce, and it's with Cole. The ball is driven out of the centre for Melbourne. A great kick, drives it up towards Fidge. Fidge won't take the mark. There's no Rovers to help him either. It's going to run toward the boundary line. Might be a good spot to let it go too. And it might have been well done on that occasion. The ball run over the boundary line by the Richmond player in Thornton. So boundary throw-in taking place. Melbourne in attack from their half-forward zone in front of the Melbourne members in the shadow of the big stand.
The ruck duels, Francis against Hughes, so they're not very tall ruckmen on that occasion. There's Newport. Great play over there to Johnny Fidge. Fidge has a shot from the boundary line, and he puts it straight across the face of goal and out of bounds next to the behind post. So you can see by the scoring shot, 6 to Melbourne. We must mention that a few of those were rushed, of course. Richmond 2, so the difference is 1 point. 2 goals straight to Richmond. It's in that forward pocket. Notting, Johnson,
a good shot
back. Not a bad effort, but just offline and through for 1 point. So there's another
Johnson's
one.
Doing well, Pete.
Yes, well, he's a great player, Alan Johnson. 1 goal, 6
possessions.
1 goal, 6 Melbourne to Richmond, 2 goals.
Scores level. Jimmy Jess about to bring the ball back in. 18.5 minutes, the first 2. Sevens, big lead. Look at that go. It's right to the centre of the MCG. Nearly a great mark too. Not quite held. And that ball was kicked up there by Campbell to the half-forward zone. A chance for Fidge. Looking pretty good. Gets a hand pass back. Here's a chance now for Hughes going goalward. It's on its way. It's a goal to Melbourne. Melbourne are in front. Melbourne lead Richmond by 1 goal on Sevens Big League in the first term, the 19-minute mark. Melbourne 2 goals, 6, 18 points. Richmond 2 goals for 12 points.
Yes, and I'd be a little bit concerned at this stage if I was Tony Jewell. I really don't think Richmond are playing very well at all at the moment. I think Melbourne are playing much better brand of football. They've had far more of the play. Richmond's kicking has been very ordinary. A lot of their players are down at the moment. So
hello, something going on there.
Yes, Terry Smith and Grinter. It's mainly caused by this close checking. We saw Gafer and Richard Osborne, of course, in the Collingwood-Fitzroy game on the replay last week, and a lot of that sort of thing going on. Well, players will always get close checking. You just got to keep running and get away from it. Right,
the ball tapped down from the centre bounce. A chance for Cole again. Cole hand passes in. Melbourne looking dangerous now as Grinter picks up. The lead is up toward corner. Could be a free kick afield. It'd be corners, I think. It's going to be paid to corner. Alan Johnson walked away from the scene. It really was his free kick, I thought. But there's Hughes and Rawlings having a few words to say, and the umpire's trying to sort things out. Oh, yes, he did.
He gave it against Barry Rawlings.
Yes, but the umpire was too smart. Johnson walked away to let Cordner have the shot, and I said I thought it was Johnson's kick, but the umpire was quick to realise that and then realised brought Johnson back to take the shot at goal, but he shouldn't miss either. It's on its way.
I think he has.
Oh dear, now I know why he walked away.
It was a bad kick. He didn't get onto that drop punt. And gee, they have had lots of play. 2-7 to 2 goals straight. Oh, that was dangerous. What's Pickering doing down the back pocket, taking that mark? Over to Thornton. He does cover a lot of territory. Towards half forward it goes. Here's a chance. Poole tripped over. In goes Manton, who's a really improved player. On the left foot up towards Roach. Out he comes. And a free kick for a push in the back against Sean White to Michael Roach. You can't afford that. Well, you said, Jack, you thought he might have problems, the young Irish boy. There he is with his head down. He's disgusted with himself, but I don't think there was any doubt he did get shoved right in the centre of the back.
Well, it was going to be Melbourne's ball because the ball was coming over the top of the pack, and now it's a chance for Roach to kick his second goal. I doubt if he'll miss from there. He's only about 30 metres out, 35. Ball on its way. The umpire watches it very closely. He may just have missed that. Yes, it slid past the left-hand goal post. So that shot, not a good one on that occasion from Michael Roach, and only one behind.
And Jack, you as a former full-back, you'd know how he'd be feeling, Sean White. He'd breathe a sigh of relief when he missed that, wouldn't he?
Yes, but the first mistake, though, would have been a problem for him.
Good mark to Manton.
He's playing well, Matt.
Yeah, he's an improved player, and that's 15 metres. He's had 5 kicks, Manton. And he's hurt himself, I think. He's just jarred his knee and going to get up and go for the... Now he's within kicking distance of goal now, because with that 15 metres, he's only 40 metres out from goal. 45-degree angle. Certainly a chance to score a goal for Richmond. There's a high kick. It's floating. Not back far enough, I don't think. It's only 1 point to Richmond.
Good kick, though, wasn't it?
Yeah, high ball as Richmond 2-2-14. Trail Melbourne 2-7-19.
Melbourne leading by 5 points, and the ball about to be kicked into the half-back zone. Jarrett making the play. Takes the mark away from Rioli, looking for somewhere to go. Rioli wearing number 27 in the Richmond jumper. Oh, could have been a free kick.
Oh, good knock away.
Good tap away. There was a chance for cross. Moore's hand pass not good. Smith gets it out. It's been taken away again. This time it's been kicked up by Stephen James toward the full forward zone. And a good mark taken by the veteran Barry Rawlings.
I think it's Trevor Poole, isn't it?
Is it?
It did look like Rawlings at first.
It was too. Sorry, it's Trevor Poole. Oh, he should kick the goal too. Trevor Poole is only 15 metres out. So Richmond have a chance to go to the front. And Poole kick his first goal. On Sevens Big League, 23 minutes into the first term.
Oh, lucky.
We got it though, so Trevor Poole puts Richmond back in front. I hope it continues this way for the rest of the day. Richmond 3-2-20, Melbourne 2-7-19 on Sevens Big League in the first term, some 23 and a half minutes in. Close game so far, Pete.
Yes, and it looks like being... I thought even before the game started today that we could have had a very even contest, because with Dale Waitman out, makes an enormous difference to the Richmond side. Melbourne certainly with Alan Johnson, Cordner, players like that coming back. Grinter, Lyon, and I thought they certainly looked the better side on paper.
On paper they do. It doesn't always work out though. At the centre bounce, got it down. A kick by. Does that look like? Do you know that looked like that was Rawlings? It looked like Waitman you spoke of a moment ago. Anyhow, the chance for James. A left foot shot's not a bad one, but now going across the face of goal, hooked it too far, and it's gone out of bounds. So Richmond doing the attacking now. Melbourne can't get the ball away from the centre. And Richmond in attack in their forward pocket position as Lee will come in and do the ruck work against Moore.
Right in that forward pocket, Lee and Moore. Over the back was Lee, grabbed by Campbell. Tony Campbell out wide to Stephen Stretch, half-back flank. Melbourne, when they get that ball moving, they look a very quick side. There it is towards Dale Dixon, centre of the ground. He breaks away and towards the centre he was. He kicks to half forward. It's punched away. Danny Hughes, it came over his head, but it comes back to Danny Hughes. Hooks it back towards the half forward line. John Fidge in front. Oh, that was a good mark. A lovely mark taken there by Neil Peart.
Neil Peart looking for a hand pass or thought of one. Now changes his mind and comes to the members' side of the ground. And the mark has been taken down on this wing position by Poole. Poole looking for a short 1-2. No, he's gone longer. He's gone into the half-forward zone where Lee was bumped aside. Nearly a mark to Moore, not paid. Stretch comes in on the scene for Melbourne. His hand pass comes to Jarrett, who hurriedly kicks it up to the ground and taken by Hughes. A long hand pass to Dixon. This sets up a goal for Melbourne if he's quick enough. No, he's not going for the shot. He puts it out wide, out to the forward pocket. Healy can't take the mark. Manton tackled. Didn't have it. Picked up by Healy. Shot at goal. That's a goal. Richmond mistake made there. And Melbourne get a goal. Did he? She swooped on that one. His first goal. Melbourne 3-7-25. 7 possessions by Healy. Richmond 3-2.
Well, that was a fumble down there by Ronnie Thornton, who's had a couple of fumbles early in the game and have been very, very costly. And I'm sure that Tony Jewell would have noted that one down. He just fumbled the ball, ran over the top of it, and Healy snapped onto it and slammed it through for a goal.
Centre bounce, Sevens big league.
Goal for goal. Jack? Oh, look at that. Those two, Grinter and Terry Smith, are having a red-hot go. There's Manton. He's got it, centre of the ground. He hooks it back to half forward. The bounce doesn't favour Pickering. Now it comes down towards Roach over the back. There's Roach. Oh, cleverly done, Michael Roach. Couldn't get these kick in. A good tackle by Rioli. It comes loose to Sean White. He's gone. He nearly fumbled too. Oh, a dangerous little short one, and it comes off at half back. It's grabbed by Campbell, it was, towards Grinter, and Grinter takes a lovely mark on half back flank.
Yeah, Grinter playing with confidence at present. Now moving the ball from the wing position around the flank. It's a good pass to, bit of treatment handed out on that occasion to Dixon. Bit slow to get the kick though. He moved in toward the half forward zone. Melbourne looking dangerous as the ball comes to their half forward zone. A free kick against Richmond for mine. Yes, a good decision by the umpire. Player ducked his head. That was Peart, and he was tackled very high on the back. But the umpires deemed him to be holding the ball. A very good decision.
I agree with you, Jack, and the umpire. He certainly was playing for the free kick. He ducked the head and it was holding the ball.
Cordner's first chance to score. Can Melbourne get another one? Can they go 11 points in front? They have. Cordner kicks his first goal. Melbourne looking better today in their return game with Richmond. Melbourne 4-7-31. Richmond 3-2-20 on Sevens big league at the 27.5-minute mark of the first term.
And gee, it would make an enormous difference as Melbourne are making an interchange. Russell Richards is coming on, and let's see who is off. It's Paul Payne going off, so Richards will go down and pick up Pickering, I would think. He's running to the half-back line. But it would make an enormous difference if Cordner can really fire up at the full forward post and kick a few goals and take some big marks. There's Newport. He kicks it hurriedly. Thornton from behind flies, but he's no good from behind. The mark is taken there by Lyon, and that's 15 metres. That could cost another goal. This time against Neil Peart again, because this is definitely within kicking distance, and Gary Lyon's a very good kick.
If we get a chance, we'll get a shot of Paul Payne getting some treatment down on the boundary line. The doctors had a look at him. He's got an injured left shoulder. Now, after this kick, we might get a shot of that. The kick on its way for Melbourne. Hit the post. So bad luck for the Demons. They've only got a minor prize out of that passage of play. But on the boundary line, you can see the treatment being applied there to Paul Payne.
It's the ice.
Bad left shoulder injury. The ice pack being applied. So let's hope it's not too serious.
Well, look at this kicking exhibition by Jess.
Beautiful kick by Jess. The ball hits the turf, though, in there was Campbell. They can't take it out clean. The umpire said a free kick. Poole was held without the ball.
Well, he's playing well, Trevor Poole. How many possessions is that, Andrew? To 5 possessions. He's doing his job. He kicks it wide to Manton.
So is this fella.
Yes, he's had a good quarter, John Manton, playing at centre half forward.
10
possessions. Pickering from behind. Oh, he's got it, Michael Pickering. Beautiful judgment. Lines up the goals. That was a clever mark. Great play, Michael Pickering, for a goal.
Yeah, it's a good piece of work. Richard made the mistake there. He flew before acceptances. Pickering stood down, stood his ground. Good judgment, as Peter said. And Richmond get that goal to bring them within only 6 points. 4-8 to 4-2. 6 points the difference in the scores. Melbourne leading. Nice piece of work, though.
Oh, he read that beautifully. The Melbourne player went a mile too early. That Melbourne player, yes, as we just watched, was it Russell Richards who just came on the ground. So losing Paul Payne, well, he was playing very closely on Pickering, so could be a bad loss to the Demons. Punched away by Poole to Anir. Anir kicks a high ball looking down for Roach. Oh, it doesn't get a good bounce. Over the back is Sean White. We'll let this run to the boundary, I would think. Yes, I thought so. He'd head straight for the boundary, but he did it pretty cleverly.
So he's got a few stop marks on the inside of his right thigh there, so someone's been using him as a ladder.
Oh, look at that. Stop marks, all right.
Boundary throw-in. Lee got it down too. A good tap to Ward Mountain. He tapped it out to Ward Rialdi, but the siren sounds end of the first term. It's been very interesting. Melbourne 4-8, 32. Richmond 4-2, 26. You're on Sevens Big League at the MCG. On Sevens Big League from the Melbourne Cricket Ground, with the scores only 6 points between the teams. Melbourne leading Richmond. 48 to 42. Lee got the big tap from the centre. Chance for Campbell of Melbourne, but there's a free kick going Richmond's way there by the looks of things. And John Manton continues the good form that he's shown in the first term with his first kick in the second quarter.
Roach and Pickering. Roach, I think that's a mark. Yes, said the umpire. Umpire Snedden. Oh, geez, a danger player.
It's his Roach and Pickering business.
Well, Pickering was standing behind him. It was about to fly against him.
Oh, I thought.
And he stayed down. I was waiting for the two of them to raffle it. And Roach went for it, and Pickering sensibly, as usual, stayed down.
Roach taking the shot from goal. He's giving Sean White a bit of a hiding at present. Roach going for his second, is it? On its way. He may have pushed it. No, he's got there. Beautiful judgment. He kicks his second goal. So Richmond very early in the second term equal the score against Melbourne. Melbourne 4-8. Richmond 5-2. You're on Sevens Big League and only 1 minute and a few seconds into the second quarter. And Roach on screen with Sean White.
Well, I don't know about you. I don't like seeing players come out in the ground with big bandages over their knees. Do you? You always just get the impression, maybe, I know he's had a serious knee injury, but you just get the impression maybe they're not 100%. There's Campbell, a high one towards half forward. Lyon, oh gee, he made some pace there to get to that mark. A very, very good effort on centre wing as Gary Lyon brings it straight up the ground to the half forward line. Steve Newport. No mark, play on, said the umpire. Rollings to Mark Lee, who hasn't been in the play much. A bad hand pass. He's done 2 of those today. There's Jarrett. He's normally a great hand passer. Over to Healy on the left foot. And Greg Healy, I think, has put it through. He has. And that's his second goal. A lovely goal to the young Melbourne Rover.
Well, he's had 8 possessions, so he's done very well for Melbourne in the early parts of this game. Melbourne back in front now. 1 goal ahead of Richmond with 5-8, 38 to Richmond's 5-2, 32. Sevens Big League, all the action from the big MCG. And Melbourne early in this first term, early in the match, lost the services of Paul Payne, who has a shoulder injury. He's sitting on the bench. He may come back. Just how serious the injury is, we don't know. Centre bounce, Moore opposing Lee. Lee got the tap down. Might have been a free kick the way of Jeremy Nichols, but Melbourne shoot it out the centre. Up to the half-forward zone through Healy. Notting couldn't do very well on that occasion. Little kick came off the boot of Payne to Fidge. Fidge a chance to use a chance to score. He puts it high. Oops, did it or did it not? It came back like a boomerang. And it's a goal. Danny Hughes kicks his second goal. And it wasn't a bad goal either. So Melbourne fire 6-8, 44. Richmond 5-2, 32. A very interesting second quarter, Peter.
And I see Richmond about to make an interchange. Michael Roberts is warming up on the bench, but they have to do something. I think there he is, a camera shot of Michael about to come on, number 10. I think his father, Neil, for St Kilda, he wore number 10, didn't he, Jack?
He did, yes.
Made that famous, won a Brownlow medal. But and there's the number 10, of course, Danny Hughes, kicked a magnificent goal there, and they're on fire. There's James. With a lot of Richmond players are down at the moment. Melbourne look good. There's Healy, and he's playing a great game. Cole gets flattened. Play on, said the umpire, as it comes through the centre. There's Cross on the left foot up to Roach. Or could have been interference over the back, and it beats all the players over the line. Even then, he got a little bit of interference. Roach came to that mark.
Yes, Melbourne are going out. Could have a bit of a limp up there too, but Melbourne are going to have a problem down there because Roach's height is going to tell against White as the game progresses. Now, in the forward pocket, there's a chance for Richmond to score. It's in that position. Smith lost possession of the ball, shot along the ground by Cole. He kicked it up toward Bauer, who was well tackled, and he loses possession to the boundary umpire. So we'll see a throw-in taking place in the shadows of the members' stand at the Melbourne Cricket Ground. It is Melbourne leading Richmond by, it's 44 to 32. So Melbourne have a good lead, 6-8 to 5-2. Richmond need a goal to get back in business. Richard's about to take the ball away, but it's going to be a free kick to Yates of Melbourne.
Yates has kicked straight across the ground because they had a loose man there in Grinter. Grinter running up the ground, Roach tackling him from behind, can't quite get there. Grabbed by Johnson, that mark out wide the stretch. Well. They look very quick today, and they look like a real football side today. A Stretch is on half-forward flank. He kicks a high ball up towards John Fidge and Campbell. They fly. 3 of them raffled it, and the man coming across in front was Grinter, who originally was the man who came from the back line.
Sticky fingers, that Grinter. That's 3 great marks he's taken today.
I'll say, but the great thing was he was the man who brought it from the back line and ended up down the forward line, took the mark. That was a terrific passage of play.
Right, let's see if he can cap it off. Rodney Grinter going for his first goal, puts it on its way. The teammates like it. The umpire said it's all right, so everyone likes it round here. He has kicked his first goal. Melbourne looking good. He's had 7 possessions so far in this game, which is not bad. Melbourne 15 scoring shots to 7.
And I'll tell you one thing, I don't care what anyone says. If they say one player doesn't make an enormous difference to a football side, without Dale Waitman out there leading the way around the backs, by heck, they miss him.
Melbourne are leading Richmond by 18 points. We're 5.5 minutes into the second term. Now, Anea missed that. Jarrett's playing well for Melbourne. Got the ball toward Healy. It won't bounce. Yes, it did bounce well for him. He gets it around. Couldn't quite control the kick. It goes straight to Jimmy Jets. So he's in the back pocket for Richmond, trying to get things moving from there. Thought of a hand pass and then let one go.
Yes, and this is Thornton taking this kick towards half forward. The players fly, and the mark has been taken by Stephen James. That'll be 15 metres. Off he goes, Stephen James, onto the left foot. He hooks it back. Lee and Pickering. And Lee goes in front and takes the mark. Pickering's always snooping around behind in case the ball comes to the ground, but Lee and Roach can take marks. There's Lee at half forward, a high one. Oh, that could be a goal. That's a lovely kick by Mark Lee, 50 metres out, and they badly needed that. That's his first, and Richmond move on to 6-2, trailing Melbourne 7-8. So that's 2 goals the difference.
Leeds had 6 possessions and 2 handballs to boot, and also kicked his first goal. As Peter McKenna told you, after 15 shots, Melbourne have 50 points and Richmond 8 shots for scoring shots, it is, for 38 points. So perfect conditions still at the MCG. A great day for football. And this round 12, first time these teams met this year, Melbourne won by 10 points. So let's see what happens today. Chance for Rioli. Hasn't done much. France has got a little kick away. It's been picked up here by Smith. He gets a short pass to another Smith. So the 2 Smiths of Richmond combining. He moves it up toward the half-forward zone, and the mark has been taken by Mark Lee again, out about the same distance, so every chance to kick his second goal, Peter.
I wonder if he's been placed at centre half-forward and Manton in the ruck. I think that's what they've done. He's hooked this one across his body. Roach at the back, and Pickering, was it? Oh, that was a magnificent mark by Pickering as he came from the side, and he flew, and it was a terrific mark. And he's on the boundary line now. He should really run out here, I think you'd agree, Jack, and try and hook it in.
Cole's trying to stop, but then Cole went to sleep as Pickering went for the shot at goal. Cole was looking one way. He did the right thing, positioned himself properly, then went to sleep when Pickering was about to kick. So things have tightened up now. 50 playing 44. Batterson coming on the ground to take the place of Jeremy Nichols, who hasn't really done a great deal. 7-8 playing 7-2 on Sevens Big League. We're nearly 8 minutes into we are now 8 minutes into the second quarter. So Batterston a chance now. If Batterson get moving, Peter,
he's
give
a
him
good player to bring on. Good player to bring on the ground now. He's a little terrier.
Right, see if the little terrier can get a kick. Ball thumped out by Moore to Rioli, who moves it to the half-forward zone. And this time the man in front is Newport, taking the mark. Just seeing an ear on screen, hasn't done a great deal either, has he, for Richmond?
No, not like his normal efforts. Oh, gee, there's a big punch away. Back it comes to Poole. A lot of pressure being put on today by Melbourne. Oh, Denny Hughes out wide to Stephen Stretch. Now it's Alan Johnson. Great to see him back in the Melbourne side. Cleverly done, Alan Johnson. He ducks away and fires at goal. Is it coming back? Not enough, said the goal umpire. And through for 1 point.
Oh, gee, that would have been a beautiful goal. Johnson getting his 5th possession on that occasion, having that shot at goal. That would have been a great goal, but only one behind. 51 playing 44. 7 points between the teams. Rioli won't take this one, nor could Grinder. It comes to turf. No free kick either. Picked up here by Smith, who got a hand pass out to Francis. That was Terry Smith, the Francis. His kick dropped short. The mark has been taken by Nigel Cole.
They've kicked poorly, Richmond, haven't they?
Yeah, the disposal hasn't been good. The kick has been all right, but it's going the wrong way. It's up to the centre of the ground now. Jarrett again doing well, but no one to give the hand pass to on that occasion. The umpire said he threw it, and a free kick will go the way of Richmond. And the kick has been taken, kicked by Cross. Not a good kick. A bad kick again, as Peter said.
There's the kick, looking for Roche.
Oh, Yates!
Oh, look at that for a mark.
The conjurer takes it. Beautiful mark there by Graham Yates. The one-hander spun it on his finger and brought it down. Well, very interesting game of football. All things are happening. Jarrett sets himself, can't take the mark. It comes to turf. Hurried out of the pack there by Craig Smith. No mark taken by Roberts. A hand pass comes out to Roach. Roach gets a quick hand pass into the open goal. Bowers going in. Won't get there first. Lee's tackle. The ball held to him. Thumped away toward the boundary line now. Pickering has it. His hand pass doesn't go anywhere. Yates once again. Should have hand passed, I thought. Goes for a kick to the outer side and kick to the opposition.
Oh, dangerous. Very dangerous, because he did have a loose man to hand pass to about 5 metres away in the goal square. He could have run loose, but he kicked it long across the goals, and Stephen James ducked back and certainly within kicking distance. Normally a very good kick of a football.
Only 7 points between the teams. 7-9 playing 7-2. Melbourne leading Richmond on 7's big league, so 7's everywhere. The ball up high and off the hands of the players through for 1 point only. One behind Moore going on the Richmond tally. 7-3 now, 45. So it's 1 goal between the teams again. 7-9 to 7-3, and Melbourne defending from the full-back position. The mark has been taken by Dale Dixon, being called by Moore on the wing position, members' side. He got the hands to it, ducked the head a bit too. The ball tapped away toward the wing truly, taken by Batterston. Batterston looks for lead. The kick is up toward the half-forward zone. No one home for Melbourne yet, but here comes Healy. He gets it moving. The kick would have been smothered had he tried to get that round any further, and it's out of bounds on the full in Melbourne's forward pocket.
Yes, and a very dangerous little player, Greg Healy, playing a great game today. A couple of times his disposal's been shocking. On that occasion it was too, on the left foot. Up towards half forward for Melbourne. Grabbed by Jarrett. Jarrett to Batterston. Batterston already making his presence felt. Here's a chance for Melbourne, because coming out in front and hugging the ball to his chest is Johnny Fidge, and he is only 30 metres out from goal, directly in front.
Alan Jarrett seems to me to be playing very well. 8 kicks and 3 handballs. It backs up what I'm seeing.
An honest player, isn't he?
Yes, he's doing very well today. He's conspicuous today with what he's doing. Johnny Fidge, 30 out. On its way. Yes, the teammates like it. So Melbourne 8 goals, 9. That'll be 57 points. Richmond 7-3, 45. You're on 7's big league after John Fidge kicks his first goal.
Yes, and he has got a lot of ability, John Fidge. He's not a really fit player. If he get himself fit and his attitude 100%, he'd be a very, very good acquisition, because he can play football. Batterston, there he is, number 16. Camera shot of Adrian. He's directing things out there. He's already had 2 kicks since he's been on the ground, so he's a good player. I think it's surprising to see him start on the bench.
Healy got the hand pass out, taken by Poole, hooked back to the half-forward zone. Pickering in front, a bad bounce will elude him. Punched down by Cross, up to the half-forward zone where Anea comes out to meet it. Didn't have the pace of Newport on that occasion. The hand pass, or the little kick, comes from Campbell. It was a funny little kick too. Came around toward Yates. Yates hand pass round the flank, taken by Greg Healy toward Batterston. Can he get it? No, he cannot. We'll see a boundary throw-in taking place on the wing position members' side, with the scoreboard showing 57 to 45. Melbourne leading Richmond 13 minutes into the second term. Play will continue when Moore goes for the knock here, but beaten by
Manton. In fact, he's not a bad ruckman, Manton. That's 3 or 4 times he's thumped the ball about 20 metres. He's got a big leap. He's been jumping over the top of Peter Moore, and Moore is 6'5", so that's a good effort. Let's see again, but this time I don't think he can. Oh, he got the hit out, down to Pickering. Pickering a hand pass looking for Terry Smith. Knocked away by the Melbourne player down there in Grinter, over the line and out of bounds in front of the Melbourne members.
8-9 playing 7-3. Melbourne leading Richmond. The time clock 13.5 minutes. The second term on 7's big league from the MCG. Moore tapped it down straight to Greg Healy. The kick not a good one. Missed by Notting, who tried to get back. Batterson was being held, I thought, but the free kick will go the way of James, who finds Rioli. Richards does the tackling. The kick by Rioli's out wide. Roach is out in front of Sean White. He can get to it. White couldn't close the gap. Picked up by Pickering. He's looking for a teammate. Nearly found one too. No mark has been paid on that occasion to Smith. The ball on the turf, half forward for Richmond, and the umpire comes in to claim it. We'll see a field bounce taking place about 45 metres out from Richmond's goal. Richmond trailing by 12 points as we approach the 14.5-minute mark of the second term. 7's big league from the MCG, and the sun has left the ground now, so we'll get a bit chillier as the afternoon continues.
Half forward flank for Richmond.
Well,
Grinter did throw that one away too, and had lots of fortune because they got a free kick, and that was, well, he actually handballed that Newport over to Greg Healy, who's having a great day towards half forward. Oh, good mark to Fitz-Gee when he goes for those marks. He looks good. He's going to look for Cordner, who leads out wide. Cordner caught behind Jess, and oh yes, experience, ability. That was a good mark to Jimmy Jess at fullback.
He's going in toward the centre of the ground with a good kick again. Up to that position he travels. Grinter up high. Nearly brought it down. Didn't actually get the first tap. Has been picked up by Bauer. Here's a chance for an ear. The goals are open. 50 out he is. He runs into the 40-metre mark. He goes forward toward the goals and puts it through. That was set up right from the centre of the ground. Johnny Anea kicks his first goal. It started from fullback. The long kick by Jess, and then it got shot out to Anea, who was all by himself, and the desired result came up. 57 playing 41. Melbourne leading Richmond by 1 goal on 7's big lead.
Well, there's Jimmy, and it did start, as you said, from fullback by every chance I think David Cordner had of, because his teammate had the ball bringing it down, so he had the first go at the ball, but out-foxed there by Jimmy Jess, and eventually a great goal to Richmond, and they've crept back into it. There's Healy trying to get in the kick. Now it's Poole, and the umpire Peter Howe on this occasion will come in and bounce it.
We're 16 minutes now into the second term, so just over the halfway mark of the term. Manton beaten by Moore, taken and hurried out by Line to the half-forward zone. Fidge can't take it, uses a chance. He picks up, well tackled though, brought to ground and holding the ball.
Yes, a good tackle, and that was by Graham Landy, who came on the ground about 5 minutes ago to replace Craig Smith, who seems to have gone off with an injured shoulder. We'll try and pick up later what that injury is. There's the kick to Pickering. He's dropped that mark. Play on, said the umpire. He was grabbed when he didn't have it, and the umpire saw that. Play on now. Is it? What's going on? It's got to go back to Pickering, right?
He was in front of his mark. Has to go back and take the kick. He's on the half-back line now. The short pass is on to Bauer. Not a good kick, though. Taken by Bauer. He goes out wide, looking for a teammate out there. He can find one too.
Look at Lee.
And that mark has been... here's Lee leading into the forward pocket. So from the wing position has been delivered up to the half-forward zone. Oh, Roach out pointed on that occasion by White, who got the front position.
Good mark.
That was very important to have the front position. He goes out wide, the half-back flank. Why go out there? Johnson getting a hand pass to Jarrett. Jarrett thought of giving it back to Johnson, but changed his mind and goes long into the half-forward zone, where the players set themselves. Fitch should wait the crumb. It did come to Turp, but he couldn't get there. The ball tapped out by Roberts. Onto the wing position it travels. Bit of pace being used. That was good football too. Picked up by Bauer. Given back to Craig Smith, to Terry Smith. He goes into the half-forward zone looking for Manton. Manton could be looking for Roach. He puts it on its way. Roach is coming out. Oh, he got it.
Yes, good play, Richmond. Lovely lead by Roach, and a very, very good mark. And Sean White's certainly having his work cut out. He's already kicked to Michael Roach. He is on a 45-degree angle. A great camera shot of this one, as we see right behind Michael Roach coming in at the goals. He is normally a great kick, as we all know.
If he gets this one, scores will be level. Roach The camera right behind the shot, and the shot off target. The mark is kicked there. The ball kicked through by Lee. So that was very quick thinking by Mark Lee, who kicked his second goal. The Richmond skipper puts it through. 57 playing 57 on Sevens Big League.
Well, I think it's good coaching too by Tony Jewell. You've got to hand it to him. I don't think they were getting a lot of drive out of the centre, and it's made an enormous difference when Manton's gone there, and Lee's done so well at centre-half forward because he's kicked 2 goals. And I think they did that in the match, in the last match against Footscray when they won. They put Lee to the forward line in the second half. There's Manton. He's jumping high and he's contesting hard. I think it's made a big difference to Richmond's play.
Yes, he's doing well. Centre bounce, the MCG. Melbourne and Richmond playing here. Scores are level, and the time clock nearly 19 minutes into the second term. Johnson can't trap that one. No one gets it out. No one can get it out yet. The umpire said a man being held. Didn't quite see it. There was a heap of players there. Hand pass came from Landy. Taken by Francis. Up toward Pickering. He can't take that mark. Richards loses possession. Picked up by Grinter. Good hand pass. Oops. Dixon in trouble. Gave it out to Newport, who's well tackled. Tackled too high, the umpire said. Don't know whether I don't know. Let the umpire decide on that one. Newport with the ball. There's no one home for Melbourne at half forward, which is not good. At the true centre half forward, I meant. Francis tried to get Hughes out of the way. The ball thumped the forward of the pack. Dixon's get the hand pass to Batterson. Not a good one. Here's a chance now. Kicked off the ground by Francis to Terry Smith. In towards Yates. He can't pick it up cleanly. Holding the man should have been paid. Another chance for Richmond to go forward. The tackle was too high on Poole. He goes in toward the half forward zone. Lee sets himself. No, can't take it. Pickering did. At the back of the pack was Michael Pickering, and he will take this shot from 40 metres out from goal. And Peter McKenna's favourite player for Richmond is Michael Pickering.
Oh, I think he's a great player, this kid. There he is on screen. He's a terrific mark for his size. But I'll tell you what, he's not the greatest kick in the world, Norm, as far as distance. He's,
40 is out 40.
He often hooks them, Jack, right to left on screen. But this time, he's kicked it magnificently and straight through the centre for his third goal. Shut up, Peter.
Melbourne 8-9-57. Richmond 10-3, 63. Pickering's had 10 possessions now, so he's certainly well in the game. 10-3 is good kicking. Richmond leading Melbourne by 1 goal.
Look at that. He looks untidy. The socks down, the jumper out, Michael Pickering. But by heck, can he play football? And I think it's a bad loss for Melbourne, losing Paul Payne, who was playing him very, very close in that first quarter.
Then a bounce has taken place. Healy can't get it away from Melbourne. It comes out of that pack with Bauer. Now Bauer has the ball held to him. He comes out holding his head. Danny Hughes has a few words of advice for the umpire, which will be ignored, of course, and the ball will be put down in the centre once again.
They've made a switch on to Pickering. They've put Gary Lyon there and Russell Richards to the forward line. So Northey can see the danger of Pickering down there. There's Jimmy Jess. Oh, gee. Jimmy overran that one. Back he goes after it. And well, the umpire, Peter Howe, will come in and bounce it now. The crowd, they get excited about little things, and the umpire had it well in hand there. Jess, a very fair player, as we all know. It comes wide to Thornton. Oh, this is danger. Cross goal. Now, what will happen with this kick? He headed for the boundary line. He'll be hoping it bounces out, I think.
That was good football.
It was great football as it comes to Jarrett, and Jarrett lines up the goals, and that is brilliant football as he kicked the goal. He has. Oh, great play.
Great play by Stephen Stretch. That ball was nearly out of bounds. He hooked it back in, and Jarrett was standing there behind him, his teammate, and Jarrett picked it up and shot it through for another goal to Melbourne, which levels the score. Jarrett kicks his second goal. Good thinking, son. That was good football.
Yes, it was good football. I was all set to call it out of bounds. In fact, I did lose sight of the ball, and then all of a sudden you said good play by Stephen Stretch as he hooked it back to Jarrett. So it was great play.
22 minutes gone, the second term, Sevens Big League, an entertaining game as Healy gets the ball moving to half forward, but picked up by Francis of Richmond. Oh, nearly a Palmer waltz those two are having there at half forward. Picked up by Roberts. Roberts' left foot shot should be on line. It's a natural shot for left footer. It's a goal. Kicked by Michael Roberts of Richmond. He pops it through for his first goal, so seesawing fortunes here at the MCG. Richmond back in front of Melbourne. Richmond 11-3, 69. Melbourne 9-9, 63 on Sevens Big League.
Lovely goal to Richmond, and good to see young Mike Roberts kick a lovely goal from the... Well, he ran from the 50-metre line and then probably kicked from 45 metres. A beautiful left-foot goal. And left-footers, they certainly look good when they swing into the play. And remember, great memories of Johnny Sharrock when he played at Geelong.
23 minutes gone. Sevens big league, the MCG. There's a chance now. Notting's waiting for the ball to be tapped out. He got it too. He's caught, but a hand pass away. Taken by Andrew Cross, who's got a bit of weight, a bit of pace. I should have said a bit about weight being used back in there. Bow was in trouble. Manton's hand pass comes toward Healy. Some rough and tumble stuff out there. Haven't all the bodies laying everywhere out there in the middle of the MCG. 2 Richmond players down.
Manton's one, is it?
Manton, one of them. Who's the other one back there on the other side? Manton is one. Who's this one? Bauer. So Manton and Bauer both went down under... I didn't see anything untoward though, but Manton's recovered to take the free kick. The lead's by Lee, and he takes the mark at half forward. Oh, straight over the top of Moore. He trundled. Lee from 50 metres out goes goalward. It's close. It's close. It's through. Good goal. Kick from Mark Lee. Some heavy stuff out there. Lee kicks his 3rd goal. Richmond now on 12-3, 75. Melbourne 9-9, 63. No, you're on Sevens big league.
Well, this might be a sign of things to come, you know.
That was heavy stuff.
There was a lot of heavy stuff going on, and I'll tell you what, he's made a marvellous coaching move. Of course, the players have to do the work for it to come off, but this might be the sign of things to come. Manton in the ruck permanently, and Lee playing at centre-half forward, because he's certainly doing the job, and Manton's doing the job also. And it gives him another forward down there doing well. There's Poole. Hand passes the way. Oh, gee, there's a bit of... feeling out there at the moment, I think, as a free kick will go to Danny Hughes.
Danny Hughes will take the ball at half back. It's Richmond leading Melbourne by 12 points on Sevens big league. The time clock coming up toward the 25-minute mark. No free kick to Johnson. He's got a chance to recover possession. Gets the ball out to the half forward. Sean White's been moved from full back. Hand pass comes out to Richards it wasn't Dixon, it was Jeremy Nichols. Up to the full forward zone. Fidge brought to turf. No free kick. It's on the ground. We see the ball picked up by Jess. Shot out towards Stretch, who's running after it for Melbourne. Toward the boundary line it travels. Stephen Stretch lost his footing, made it so much easier on that occasion for James. James going forward for Melbourne. To the half forward zone it travels, and the mark has been well taken down there by Gary Lyon. He swings it out, taken by Cole. Cole could look into the half forward zone, looking for a lead, for a short someone to give it to away from their opponents. He can see Fidge. Will he go to him? He's gone in short. It's half forward. The ball's been delivered. Taken out there and shot down by Cordner. And Newport goes forward now. The kick, not a good one. In fact, it was a poor one. And the mark taken by Landy.
Yes, that's that forward line falling down again. Oh, there's Jess over the back. Play on, said the umpire, as Jess against Cordner. Cordner cleverly tried to knock it on. Stephen James was grabbed by the jumper. Hooks it back on the left foot towards half forward. Danny Hughes. They look very alike from a distance. There's Danny Hughes. He wants to give a hand pass. Now he ducks around, is caught. A hand pass to Jarrett. He is a good handballer. On this occasion, he shouldn't have given it to Stretch. And eventually, oh, gee, they're going in hard in that pack there. And
I can't see the benefit, Peter, when you clear with the ball in your possession. Why don't you kick it along?
I agree.
Because every chance, like your team is going to get it, why mess around with hand passes?
Probably a sign of lack of confidence in your forwards, Jack.
Might be a lack of confidence in yourself at times too. Jarrett got a hand pass away up towards Richards, had the ball in his grasp, couldn't take it, taken by Francis of Richmond. He looks for Lee, who's doing well at the half-forward position. Big Mark Lee just put some heavy work in a moment ago against Peter Moore. Brings the ball into the half-forward zone.
Bad kick.
Couple weren't interested there, and the mark taken by Cole. So Cole of Melbourne with a 15-metre start will bring him down toward the edge of the centre square. Going wide, or wider than he should, I thought. Should have gone straight down the ground. The ball thumped away. A chance for Rioli. A hand pass came in to him. It's Pickering and Lyon. Neither take the mark. Lyon playing defensive work then. And the ball, that could have been penalised. The ball would be brought back into play with a boundary throw-in.
Yes, right in that forward pocket at the 27-minute mark of the second quarter. And it'll be interesting to see who they play at centre-half back on Mark Lee. I thought Peter Moore was there for a little while. I'll try and pick that up in a moment. Who is actually, I think Peter Moore might be on him at centre-half back. Well, he's got a big job because Lee's kicked 3 goals and is playing a real captain's role around that half-forward line.
Well, they don't call him the general for nothing, do they? Tap down to Roberts from Lee. It's chance for Rioli. He won't get there. Newport picks up. A hand pass comes away to Jarrett. Still doing well. Got a kick down towards Sean White. Got one hand to it. Hard to mark up there with one hand. picked up here and hurried out was that James, who tried to make the kick, couldn't do so. Could have been a free kick Melbourne's way, but picked up by Jarrett again. He drives it in long, looking for Johnson. The ball's tapped down. Well played too to Francis. Francis having plenty of time to get balance. Takes a long kick toward the half-forward zone for Richmond. The mark taken by Poole. He plays on, looking for Roach. Roach leads away, going in there as Lyon. It's a chance for Richmond. Roach going after it. Can he pick it up? His tackle not in possession. The umpire calls play on. Could have been a free kick to Terry Smith. Oh, it's rough and tumble, but the umpire's going to bounce. Could have been a free kick there to Roach, Pete.
Yes, and although it would have been a bit of a ticky touch with one if he had have paid it, so he probably did the right thing in the finish. It's about 20 metres out from the Richmond goal. It's grabbed there by Terry Smith. Oh, hard tackle was made down there by Andrew Cross, but it's Stephen Newport who'll receive the free kick for a tackle that was too high. Going short, dangerously short, looking for Batterston. It breaks away. Bauer's got a bit of pace. He picked Batterston up pretty quick. The kick wasn't a good one there. Cole tried to make contact off the ground and couldn't do so. Notting goes in. The ball held to him. We'll see a bounce taking place on the centre wing position out of side. With the 29-minute mark behind us of the second term, Richmond 75, leading Melbourne by 12 points on 63. A big fist away from that bounce, and we see it over the boundary line. Yeah, Manton, geez, got a big leap and that big thump away. It reminds me of my old mate. There he is, Johnny Manton on the Army Reserve Cup. Don Scott used to play in the ruck like that, run straight at his opponent and thump the ball about 30 metres. Free kick, is it? Two more. Yep. Going down the flank. Oh, Nicholas couldn't take that, nor could Notting. We'll see it out of bounds. So on the centre wing position out of side, we're approaching the 30-minute mark now of the second term on Sevens Big League. It's Richmond leading by 12 points after Melbourne had a lead of, I think, 18 points at one stage of the second term. So Melbourne going forward. Kick comes down to Fidge. Now he's got Johnny Fidge from the boundary line. Can't get it back enough. He puts it through for a point, but they really don't use the ball properly on that forward line. I don't think their forwards lead at the right moments or something, Jack. They never seem to be clear, do they? They're taking their shots from very difficult positions, like off the boundary line, about 40 out there. Hard to kick from there. Jimmy Jess showed you how to use a ball. That one wobbled a bit off the boot, but Pickering right down the ground has taken the mark in front of Stretch. The hand pass came across to Thornton, who moved it up toward Anea. He's had a fairly quiet day, but in possession now. John Anea off the practice wickets at the MCG with a hand pass, and now we see them Richmond moving forward through James. Poole from behind. Oh gee, that's back. Oh, foot through. He must have put his foot over the line. Oh gee, what about that? He's taken a great mark, just walked in casually and put his foot over the line. Well, that wasn't very clever. He could have gone back from 1 metre out and kicked a goal, and he's had the foot through before he's put the ball through for one behind. So Tony Jewell wouldn't be that appreciative of that effort. At the half-time mark at the MCG, Richmond 12 goals for 76, leading Melbourne 9 goals 10, 64.
You want to be a real footballer? I've been a real footballer. You've got to look like a real footballer. You've got to go for the mark. The VFL mark. Go for the mark. Go for the mark.
Go for the VFL mark at leading stores. Real footy gear, real footy accessories, real footy supporters gear too, in all club colours and badges. Go for the mark. Go for the mark. Go for the mark. Go for the VFL mark at leading stores.
From the Melbourne Cricket Ground, Sevens Big League. Richmond 12-4, 76. Melbourne 9-10, 64. The third term commencing now, and Stretch got the hand of it, had a chance to follow it through. The ball taken away by Bauer, given out to Thornton of Richmond, who moves it forward, and taken by Barry Rawlings. Rawlings swings it back in toward the half-forward zone. A well-placed kick, but it just dropped the tickle short for Pickering, and he was out marked. Taken by Hughes. He moves it onto the wing position out of side. Melbourne, who got 3 goals ahead of Richmond early in the second quarter, were then headed, and they're trailing now by 12 points. Adrian Batterston towards half forward. Greg Healy's had a very good game of football today. Out to another terrific player for Melbourne in Alan Jarrett. He hooks it back to Alan Johnson, who marks on half forward flank. Well, he's 50 out, Peter. I don't think he'll go for the shot at goal. He may be looking for Cordner, who's been closely attended by Jess. The lead was there, but just a shade too early. Well, there's the kick from Johnson. It's a lovely looking kick up towards the forward line over the back. It's no mark to Melbourne. In goes Grinter. Tries to knock it out. John Fidge is there, has got it, hooks it back, keeps it in play, but it's a point.
And that's another one to Melbourne. In the first quarter, they kicked a number of points, and a few of them were rushed, but they missed a few easy ones as well. So the scoreboard shows 9-11 Melbourne, trailing Richmond on 12-4.
Yes, Jarrett weighted the ball in the front of the pack and nearly got it too. He did have a chance to get it. The hand pass that came through from Nichols, taken by Richards. He breaks up now with a bit of pace, a left foot shot toward goal, but it's not quite on target once again. The minor part of the prize goes to the Melbourne Football Club with only one behind. Melbourne 9-12-66, 10 points behind Richmond now on 12-4, 76. We're getting to the 2-minute mark of the third term. Stretch had a chance to take the mark, but Manton continues his good form from the first half.
Brilliant first half by Manton. Firstly at centre-half forward, and then when he went into the ruck. There's the kick up towards Terry Smith. He gives it across there to Peter Francis. The lead has been made by Roach. Out he comes. They couldn't do anything about that one. Lovely lead. Great pass by Peter Francis. And Michael Roach, from about 40 metres out, has a chance to kick his third goal. And here's a great kick for goal normally. He missed one sitter early in the game. Let's see what he does with the drop punt.
Well, I'd say he'd kick it. Yes, a goal to Richmond through Roach. He kicks his third goal. Richmond early in the third term get another 6 points on Melbourne, and now lead by 16 points. Melbourne 9-12, and it's Richmond on 13-4. So Roach with 3 goals to his credit, and we're not even 3 minutes into the third term.
Well, this is a vital stage where Melbourne have to claw their way back into the game now, because 66 plays 82. They're 16 points behind at the moment. If Richmond get the next goal, it's going to be very difficult for Melbourne. There's Thornton, a hand pass out to Rioli, who's had a very, very quiet day. He kicks it wide to Mark Lee, who's already kicked how many kicks? 5 kicks to Rioli. That's not a good day for him. It's on half-back flank. Nigel Colville will be taking this ball. Little chip pass towards centre wing. And a diving mark has been taken by Steve Newport.
Didn't get much out of that kick, though. It's only gained about 15 to 20 metres. He's going towards Richards on the half-forward flank, and he's on the boundary line. Hand pass into Jarrett. Jarrett, normally a good kick, goes up towards Fidge. Fidge tries for the front berth. That was a good mark. Good mark to Fidge. A little bit of strength in that, too. Players there going crookly. Reckon Fidge got into the back of the opposition, but the umpire disagreed with that.
Could have easily maybe have been a free kick.
Yeah, well, Neil Peart
push out first.
Neil Peart was calling for the free kick, but the umpire did not pay it.
They just showed it on the big screen here at the MCG, and oh gee, it looked like a push out.
Well, it hasn't been paid, so as far as the umpire's concerned, it didn't happen. John Fidge, 30 metres out, puts it on its way. Melbourne a chance to get 6 points closer to Richmond as Fidge kicks his second goal. And Richmond 13-4, good kicking, leading Melbourne by 10 points on 10-12-72. 82 playing 72 on Sevens Big League.
And the people that complained about that, of course, were the Richmond supporters who watched it on the big screen here at the MCG. But still, it's a goal, and they needed that one badly. They have to claw their way back in with a couple of quick goals, because Richmond was, in the second quarter, were getting well on top of Melbourne. They had a brilliant quarter, as we see Manton and Moore. Manton's been an excellent player. Chance for Richmond through Thornton. A hand pass back to Graham Landy.
Well done.
Beautiful smother there by Russell Richards, but a hand pass back to Thornton once again was from Landy. Towards centre wing it goes. Stephen James couldn't take the mark. Grabbed by Peter Moore on centre wing. And they have to get a goal now. Down towards half forward. Over the back, a chance for the Demons, because Greg Healy's got it on the left foot. He breaks away and he fires at goal, and that is a lovely goal by Greg Healy as he slams it through for his third, and he's playing a great game.
15 kicks to Greg Healy. That was good roving too. 4 hand passes to boot, so he's done very well this afternoon for Melbourne. Richmond 13-4, 82. Melbourne 11-12-78. You're on Sevens Big League, 5.5 minutes into these. It's a vital third term too here at the MCG. So Healy kicking his third goal, did it well too. Beautiful piece of roving at the centre bounce. The umpire about to put it down to start proceedings again. There's only a few points in it now, 4 points. Rioli gets a kick, drives it out to the half-forward flank. It's going to run away from Yates, running toward the boundary line, giving chase as Rollings, but Yates can't control it, and it finds the boundary line. Might have been a free kick to Yates, yes, it's been paid in the back. So he'll take the free kick half-back flank for Melbourne.
Richmond supporters not happy with the umpires there, but I think it was a free kick there, as we see Yates to Moore took the mark, and Manton gave him one with the boot to go on with. He was going to accidentally, I think he was going to try and take the flying mark over the top of him. There's the punch away by Francis. Good backline play. Chance for Notting to pick it up. He's got it, Dean Notting, over to Johnny Anir, who's been a pretty quiet player today. Graham Landy back to Dean Notting. Notting kicks it right across goal. An easy mark dropped by Jimmy Jess. He'll hand pass backwards to Thornton. Thornton on the left foot, a little chip pass across to Steve James. Got loose men everywhere, so he goes for a hand pass to Neil Peart. Peart on centre wing. Lines up and a long kick up towards the half-forward line to no one in particular. The bounce comes back to Lee. He's caught. Play on, said the umpire. Back it comes to Michael Roberts. He swings onto the left foot. He's looking for Roach. Roach in front. Oh, too good. Too good for young Tony Campbell there. He's a bit inexperienced to be playing on Michael Roach. Maybe they haven't got anyone else to put there, but Campbell had front position. He should, no way known, he should have let Roach get in front of him at the finish there, Jack.
Well, I was wondering whether the sun got in the eyes of the players there, because Roach actually juggled that mark, didn't take it cleanly. And I think from the way that Campbell's shading his eyes now, as Roach comes in to kick, I think the sun may have got in his eyes. But anyhow, 3 to Roach so far. Can he make it 4? The umpire said it's missed, so only 1 behind. So a let off for Melbourne. Richmond 13-5-83, Melbourne 11-12-78. 23 shots to 18, but Melbourne is still trailing. From the full back position, they play on, and up goes Roach, can't knock it away. It's on the wing position now. The ball with Campbell, little one over the top. Oh, it's a bit high. Didn't like the look of that one. And the ball will go over the boundary line. Too many players looking around to see what was coming on that occasion. There's a bit of a tangle up on the boundary line, right down in front of our position. The umpire's watching what's going on. The runner's getting involved. There's quite a few people getting tangled up. But
well, Stephen James didn't like the way he was tackled by Danny Hughes, and I think he got accidentally booted. Certainly it was an accident. He just remonstrated with Hughes, and well, the umpires quickly moved in.
5 points between the teams, 8.5 minutes into the third term on Sevens Big League. Roberts tackle. Hand pass comes away from Lee, taken by Notting. The kick goes very high. Chance for Landy, punched away by Johnson. Oh, free kick Melbourne's way there. Player being held, didn't have possession, and Yates will take the free kick.
That was a great effort by Graham Yates there. That was a real gutsy effort. He deserved that free kick the way he came through the centre, and he really attacked that ball. And the umpire rightfully gave him the free kick. There's a good mark in defence there, but the Melbourne forwards were well behind, and it's taken by Graham Landy. It was a 15-metre penalty as well. He kicks it wide. John Manton ran underneath that one. He goes back in after it. A nice hand pass comes out towards Bauer. He can't pick it up. Jarrett over to Batterston. Batterston towards the centre of the ground. Out comes Grinter. Rodney Grinter takes the mark, and Ronnie Thornton, his opponent, is well over the mark. Now he's taken back. Grinter brings it towards half forward. Cordner sets himself up in front. Oh, Jess, a big punch away. A hurry kick was from Batterston down towards the forward line. Grabbed by Michael Roberts. A hand pass out wide finds Peter Francis. A further hand pass. Here they come. The Tigers with good teamwork. Graham Landy has it smothered. Goes back in after it again. Oh, he should have grabbed him, John Fidge, not tried to bump him. He put it on the ground. Now it's a chance for Fidge again. And Cordner. Cordner hooks it out to Healy. Healy, a lovely hand pass to Batterston, who runs into the open goal. Up the side of the boot, and Jessel. Oh, I was about to say Jessel take the mark. He's dropped another sitter.
Yes, he dropped an easy mark there. Melbourne had a chance to really get a goal on that occasion, but not good forward work. They fumbled quite a bit. Then Jess had the chance to relieve, but he didn't. Grinter got up high. Healy into the open goal. Puts it on its way. And what you see now, it's Melbourne back in front after Healy kicks his fourth goal. 12-12-84 to 13-5-83. You're on Sevens Big League, 10.5 minutes into the third term. Good roving, Greg Healy.
Brilliant play by Greg Healy. He has really had a terrific day today. One of the best games I've ever seen him play. He's had 16 kicks and 5 handballs and kicked 4 goals, and that's a terrific effort by young Greg Healy. He's roving the packs well, and he's a beautiful kick around goals, particularly on his left foot.
Yes, a good snapshot there, but tight game now. Only 1 point between the teams. 11 minutes into the third term on Sevens Big League. The game hotting up at the centre bounce. Tapped out by Moore. Tapped down to Ward James. The kick doesn't travel far to Ward Roberts on the half-forward flank on the members' side. He's well tackled by White. Players tangle up. The ball underneath both those players and the umpire will bounce.
Good umpiring by Peter Howe. The crowd hooting. It just shows they don't know a lot about football. That was terrific umpiring by Peter Howe. There was would have been a ticky touch with one eye either way, and so he let it go, and that's the way he should have. As we see it on centre wing, Michael Roberts grabbed there by Peter Moore, shuffled out. Grinter,
well done.
Brilliant play, Grinter onto the left foot. A chance now for the Demons. Russell Richards from behind. It's knocked to the ground. Now it's Dixon. Oh, he hand pass straight to the Richmond player in Peart. Oh, gee, that was bad players. Peart kicks it across to Brendan Bauer. He's got it on half-back flank. Long hand pass, looking for Johnny Anir, who's had a quiet day. Oh, there's a crude tackle. And what's the umpire going to say?
I don't know. That was pretty close to Patterson's free kick for mine, because
I thought it was a bit of a in the back.
No, Anir dropped down looking for a free kick, but the umpire ruled that a bounce would take place.
Maybe he was a bit undecided, like this other one back here, and then decided to bounce it.
Yes, I thought it was a good decision. Kicked out by Healy up toward the half-forward zone over the head of Grinter. Chance for him again, though. The ball on the turf with Notting. He gets it out again. And now's a chance for Thornton. Thornton of Richmond from the half-back position. Brings it down toward the centre. About the fourth bounce. He now kicks into the half-forward zone. Lyon sets himself for Melbourne and takes the easy mark. Well, it looked easy from here, but there was a fair bit of pressure on him. Lyon at the half-back position, looking up toward Jarrett on the flank. He's on the wing position where he's going to set himself in front of Thornton. Thornton's marked just about. The umpire calls play on. Comes out to Smith. Terry Smith's hand pass comes away from the pack. Jarrett goes in once again. Poole's in there. Picked up by Rioli. It's kicked high. A chance for Campbell to spoil Roach. Got into his back. Could have been a free kick. A chance for Campbell again of Melbourne to take the pressure off. The relieving kick comes to Cole. Not a good attempt to mark, though. Taken by Terry Smith. He gets around the opposition. Kicks it in towards Roach again, who's coming out to lead. On the lead, he can't take the mark. Could have been another free kick going Richmond's way. The kick from Roach is not a good one. Batterson goes in. Here's another chance for Rawlings. The kick toward goal, and he's got it. Good piece of work by Barry Rawlings, one of the oldest players in the competition, getting that goal. So it's Richmond back in front by 5 points on 7's big lead.
Yes, a nice goal there to Barry Rawlings, and as Jack said, one of the oldest players in the comp. What a great player he's been for Richmond too, since coming across from Hawthorn many years ago. And well, he's been off the ground a couple of times today, and that'll lift his play for sure, as we see Mark Lee back in the ruck, grabbed by Jarrett, who's been outstanding.
There is a chance.
On the left foot, Russell Richards has got it on half-forward flank.
He didn't go on with it, though. He was on his wrong foot. He's going to try and run around Francis now. He's been caught. He got away with it. God, he's got some pace, this fella. Here comes Richards now. In towards Grinter. Up is Dixon. But a good mark taken by Thornton. Oh, I thought he was going to kick a goal there. He couldn't get on the kicking foot. Short pass goes out. Not a good one. Taken by Batterston. Batterston 55 metres out. Goes into the forward pocket. Finds Grinter. And Grinter from about 40 metres out will take this difficult shot for goal. It's 89 playing 84. Richmond leading Melbourne on 14-5, which is great kicking for goal, as opposed to Melbourne's 12-12. Grinter with the sun in his eyes, 40 metres out from goal. A chance to put the Demons back in front. Kick on its way. The umpire, I think, will indicate one behind. No, it's a goal. So Grinter kicks for goal. Melbourne back in front. Grinter kicks his second. 90 playing 89 on 7's big league, and we're nearly 15 minutes into the third term.
Yes, and this is a much better Melbourne side today than we've seen in recent weeks. They're really taking it up to Richmond. They're tackling harder. They're coming from the back line with far more teamwork. The forward line, they're still falling down in the key positions a little bit, but at least they do look a lot more dangerous when the ball hits the ground on the forward line.
At the centre bounce, Moore beaten on that occasion. Ball tapped down to the half-forward zone. It's a chance for Melbourne to get it away again, and it's been kicked out there. Was that Lyon? He got the ball up there to the half or the wing position, where it's been tapped away by Grinter. He's playing quite a good game, Grinter.
Yeah, he's played well today, Rodney Grinter. Centre wing, he's had 9 kicks and a number of handballs. 7 handballs, is it? As we see Mark Lee can't get it. It's taken by Newport off the side of the boot towards half forward. The thump away is with Stephen Stretch. It is a chance in front of the Melbourne members. On the left foot looking down for Alan Johnson. He goes. Jimmy Jess over the back. Now can Johnson get it? Good play. Well played by Jess too as he knocked it on towards Bauer. Bauer with a long hand pass to Johnny Annear. He's on centre wing. Back it comes to Rawlings. Rawlings wide again to Annear. Oh, they might mess it up, though, but the umpire's paid a free kick back on that centre wing and it'll go to Barry Rawlings behind the play.
Well, there's a chance for Melbourne to take that ball away off that outer wing position, but the free kick had already been given to Barry Rawlings. Rawlings on the wing position, looking into the half-forward zone, or is the lead to Roach. Now, it's not a good kick. It's off the side of the boot. Big Lee tried to get in there, but couldn't do so. In that pack of players, the ball comes out to Stretch now, but he can't do a great deal with it. Kicked off the ground by Smith. Topped it out by Dixon. A chance for Jarrett. Didn't go to meet it. Francis came through for Melbourne. Pushed it in the back by Richards. Taken by Newport. Chance for Melbourne now. The ball delivered up toward the half-forward zone. Grinter up high. A chance for the Crumb. He had a chance to go and help Cordner out. Tapped off the ground by Cordner. Picked up by Healy. Another goal! Or is it? Is it? No, touch right on the goal line.
Oh, did look like a goal, didn't it? But it was touched just as it was about to float through. But he didn't quite get onto the kick. As we see the scoreboard, 13-13 plays 14-5. So 91 plays 89. 3 points the difference is Annear marks on half-back flank.
Chance for Rioli to take the mark on that half-back, the true half-back position.
Hasn't done much, Jack.
Hasn't done a great deal. Getting the boos of the crowd. Had 8 possessions. Gets it up high. Up to the half-forward zone. No markers taken. Good roving too. Melbourne come away from the half-back line. Looking for Grinter again. Thornton's there. Here's a chance for Dixon. Tried to barge his way through. Healy out to Grinter. Grinter into the open goals. Not a good-looking kick. Has he got it or not? No, only one behind. It didn't look good off the boot, did it?
No, he kicked it off the side of the boot on the instep, and he's not happy with that one. Brilliant play by Healy. A very, very slick hand pass. Now, the scoreboard is 92-89. 3 points the difference in favour of Melbourne.
Pickering gets it moving out wide. Good chance now for Melbourne, for Richmond to go forward off the boot of Rawlings, and a good pass finds Terry Smith. As you see the line, 50 metres out from goal. He's waiting for Roach to get back in the square. He's going to put it up high. If it drops short, Roach can swoop on it. It is dropping short too. Roach is there, got the hands to it. Oh, nearly got it on the second grab too, and tapped through by Tony Campbell. That was good defensive work by Melbourne. 2 points between the teams, Sevens Big League, the MCG. Melbourne leading Richmond in the third term we are. Getting toward the 19-minute mark of the quarter. It's a high kick. One for Melbourne players, I would suggest. No one can get to it yet.
Campbell has the ball smothered by Bauer. Bauer butters up after a good play by the young fella. Onto the left foot he goes. Kicks it across there to Rioli. Rioli with a long driving kick. Ducking back is Manton. Can't take the mark, and the umpire's going to play the free kick in front of goal. A bit stiff, I thought. I don't know whether they really did interfere with him then, but still, the umpire is the one that counts. And Manton has got this because they ran at him as he tried to take the mark.
I was just looking to see if they did put that one up on the big screen here at the MCG, but as yet it hasn't got up, so we have to assume the umpire has played correctly. Anyhow, it won't make much difference because Manton's got a chance to kick his second goal. John Manton, point-blank range, 15 metres out from goal, has played very well too. Kick on its way, he puts it through for his second goal. So Richmond go back in front here in the seesawing game at the MCG. Richmond 15 goals 6. 96 points to Melbourne, 13 goals, 14, 92 points.
Manton has had 12 kicks and 1 handball, but when he went in the ruck in the second quarter, he really took over. And Johnny Manton is a greatly improved player this year. He looked like being one of those players that would be in the seconds for eternity at the Richmond club. But he's really taken the bit between the teeth and forced his way into that senior side and is performing well.
Well, he's only 23, so he has plenty of time really to consolidate his position. At the centre bounce, Moore got the tap down. The kick by Batterson, not a good one, was smothered. Healy can't take it. Rioli picks up. Good pass too out towards Smith. Smith nearly gained possession, has a chance to redeem it now. Gets it back and gives it out to Rioli. Rioli caught in possession. A small kick comes away off the boot of Rioli. Roach can't kick it. He tries to get it out to a teammate. Got a hand pass away, but we'll see it over the boundary line in Richmond's forward pocket position. 20 and a half minutes have gone in the third term here at the MCG. As the sun blesses us again and comes out to try and warm the place up a bit. The ruckmen do battle in the forward pocket for Richmond.
Smothered beautifully by Michael Roberts. Onto the left foot he goes. Play on, said the umpire. Gary Lyon has quietened Michael Pickering considerably in this quarter. Over there to Richard. Richard looks a better player on the forward line. Very rarely can they catch him with his pace. This time he gives a hand pass out wide to Batterston. They want a goal here, Melbourne. What's he done with that one? He's hooked it straight back to the other side of the ground to Newport. It's going to come off. Newport straightens up and fires long. Offline, though, and through for 1 point to Melbourne. So they move on to a 13 goals, 15-93, trailing Richmond 15-6-96.
Well, Peter, 28 shots by Melbourne to 21 shots by Richmond. Melbourne really should have a good lead, but they can't kick goals. Over the back came Manton, couldn't take it. Landy picks up the crumb and drives in toward the centre of the ground where Terry Smith set himself, but a good mark has been paid to Stephen Stretch. Looking up to the half-forward zone now, he can see Grinter. He's not going that long. He's going onto the wing position. Rather a short kick. Yates with the ball for Melbourne. No one home at half-forward. It's a high kick, but there isn't anyone home. Fidge is trying to get into position to take the mark, but can't do so. It's a chance now for the Melbourne team. That was Cole, tried to get the ball out. Taken away by Landy. Chance for Rioli. With the ball in front of him, Rioli picks up now and finds Terry Smith. He was looking for a hand pass back to Notting. No one going past, so he looks into the centre now. He looks in there, but he can't find a teammate. And a free kick, and the mark will be played to Peter Moore. Moore of Melbourne with the ball after a bit of treatment from Lee. That half-forward line of Melbourne's not quite functioning the way they'd like it, Pete. Moore going with a torpedo punt.
They've had plenty of the play down there, Jack. I think you'd agree towards the half-forward line. Fidge caught behind. They've been caught behind a lot down there on the forward line. Here's a chance for Melbourne. Alan Johnson caught one. Oh! The umpire let it go. He caught one round the neck. They might get a goal anyway. Touched, I think, by Jess. Yes, it was. But, oh, how did he miss that there in front of him to Johnson? He copped it right across the head.
I know, it looked a pretty obvious free kick to me. Alan Johnson doesn't look too good, but the umpire didn't see it. Well, had he seen it, he would have paid the free kick, but evidently the thumbs up means he's all right. Melbourne 13-16-94, Richmond 15-6-96. You're on Sevens Big League, as we've just gone past the 23-minute mark of the third term, and a beautiful mark to Stephen Stretch. Now, he's a long way out from goal. He's over 60 metres out. He's gone for a long kick, so no one really leading. Up goes corner. He can't take the mark. John Fidge shoots towards goal, but he's off target again. Only one behind. Melbourne can't get the goals. 13 goals, 17. 95 points. 15-6, 96 points. 30 shots to 21. And Melbourne still trail by a point.
There's no excuses for that sort of kicking, because today is absolutely perfect here at the MCG. Not a breath of wind as a wobbly old kick comes up to Jarrett, who's been a great player. And get into his back. Oh, good hand pass by Healy over to Richards. Richards to Grinter. Grinter with another hand pass to John Fidge into the open goal. Lovely goal to Melbourne.
Well, they shouldn't have missed that one, and nor did they. Melbourne have moved on now to 14-17. Of which John Fidge has kicked 3. 14-17-101. Richmond 15-6-96 on Sevens Big League. It's Melbourne by 5 points at the MCG at the 24.5-minute mark of the third term.
Well, Jack, it's been an amazing number of turnarounds as far as the league goes. It must have changed hands in this quarter about 6 or 7, maybe even 8 times. It's been a terrific game so far. Two very evenly matched sides. Melbourne really serving it up. And if they had have kicked straight, they should be further in front.
In this third term, Melbourne have kicked 5 goals, 7. Richmond have added 3 goals, 2. A chance to go forward off the boot of Cole. It was smothered. Chance for Pickering. He goes toward Roach. Be hard to beat from there, Roach. No, can't take it. Sean White claims the mark, but not paid. He brings it away toward the half-back flank position. Not a good kick. It favours Richmond. Picked up by James. James goes for a hand pass into the forward pocket. And defensive work there by Sean White. Finds the boundary line. And the Melbourne supporters today, Pete, a little bit happier than what we've noticed throughout the year.
There's not too many of them. There's not too many here at the game, in fact, for an MCG game. But then Melbourne have been down in interchange. Andrew Cross is coming on, and going off is Michael Roberts for Richmond behind the play.
101 playing 96. 5 points between the teams. Richmond in attack in their forward pocket.
Forward pocket as Denny Hughes went for the big knock away. A chance for a kick from James. That was given by Terry Smith, but playing in front, Michael Roach knocked the ball out of the air in front of young Tony Campbell. He is only 15 metres out on a very slight angle, and this will probably be a goal coming up. and it would be Roach's 4th.
That expression on the face of Tony Campbell there was a look of anguish. He realised that Roach had taken another mark down there and going for his 4th goal, and knowing full well that if he kicks it, which I think he will, Richmond will be back in front. And Richmond are back in front on Seven's big lead. Richmond now 102 points, Melbourne 101 points, and the time clock 26 minutes have gone in the 3rd term.
Michael Roach, Jack, has had 10 kicks, has taken 7 marks and has kicked 4 goals. So young Tony Campbell has got the big job on him. It's a huge job. He's nowhere near as tall as Roach. Roach is 6'4". And of course Sean White started at fullback but was quickly shifted off Michael Roach early in the game.
Centre bounce again. Richmond a chance to go forward. Taken by Anea. From the centre he drives into the half-forward flank position. Out comes White to take the mark for Melbourne. Pardon me. On the half-back line.
Sean White, the Irish boy. A nice mark
Bad
it was
kick.
to an easy mark. It's dropped by Andrew Cross. He's caught with the ball. Rioli is doing a lot better in this term. He kicks it wide to the pocket where Michael Pickering leads out and takes the mark. He had a very quiet quarter. Gary Lyon has really put him out of the game in this quarter. Really gone with him. Has got kicks himself. I think this might be his first kick for the quarter. Is it Michael Pickering, or 3rd, is it? As we see him, he's within kicking distance of goal, although he's not a long kick. So he hooks this one slightly. A chance for Roach. Can't take the mark, and it's forced through for a behind to Richmond. So they move on to 16 goals, 7 to Melbourne, 14 goals, 17. 103 plays, 101, 2 points the difference.
Yates playing on from full back, going out at the half-back flank. The kick drops short. Now it's a chance for Moore to get it moving. Up to the half, up the wing he goes. Stretch moves it into the wing position. A chance for Cole, but no, he couldn't take it. His teammate is at Newport, bringing the ball away up to the half-forward zone. No Melbourne players about as yet. Chance for Thornton now. Thornton of Richmond looking for a teammate on the flank. He finds one too. A good pass finds Poole. Poole looking into Wardeneer at the half-forward zone, then changes his mind with a hand pass to Thornton. He'll be looking for Roach. Roach dropping back behind Campbell. Campbell up high. Chance for Yates. Yates getting a hand pass back. It's been taken by Lyon of Melbourne. He brings it back toward the member side. It finds a teammate down under half-back position, and Poole coming on the scene a bit late, doing the tackling against Greg Healy, and a 15-metre penalty. Should go and meet it. Should go and meet it, Adrian Batterston. Don't wait for him to come to you, son. You'll wait all day and finish up with nothing in your hands.
Yes, and Notting gets the plaudits of the crowd, and his teammate Poole ran up to congratulate him, and the Richmond bench were applauding as well. Good effort by Notting, but as Jack said, there's no good standing there and waiting for it. Centre wing. 28, nearly 29 minutes gone in the 3rd quarter here. This is anyone's game as Andrew Cross grabs it. A hand pass to John Anea. He's got it at centre half forward. Was it in the back or holding the ball? Play on, said the umpire. Hand pass comes out to Newport. And also there is Greg Healy. He's had a magnificent day. He handballs it out to Moore. Can they get a goal before the 3/4 time siren? It should not have kicked to the pocket, I don't think, but was it a mark? No, said the umpire, but I don't know why they kicked to the pocket when it's nearly 3/4 time. He could have gone straight towards goal.
Yes, well, Cordner led toward the flank, or toward the boundary line, had the hands on it prior to the boundary, and then he lost it as he was going over the boundary line, but he should never have led to the pocket itself. Boundary throw-in taking place. 29.5 minutes gone in the 3rd term. Moore was a chance to take it. France has got a hip and shoulder. No free kick in that one. Hand pass comes out, or a hurried hand pass came out to James. A clash of heads there, I thought. Dixon and James. And I think as France is also holding his head, he got a hip and shoulder.
Yes,
tough piece of work in there.
Yeah, that was from Grinter. It was a good one. Healy has had 19 kicks, 9 handballs, 2 marks and 4 goals. It's a great day's work.
Free kick going someone's way. It will go against Peter Moore to be taken by Mark Lee. So Lee with the ball in the half-back position. Melbourne's chance of a score before 3/4 time looks like it's gone. The ball taken by Pickering. He nearly got caught by Grinter on that occasion. Got a small kick in toward the half-forward zone. Jarrett up high. 3 Melbourne players there and beaten by 1 Richmond player in Smith. The hand pass finds Rioli. He goes out to Roach. In the back, or the mark. Please yourself. It will be Roach's kick. So Roach a chance to kick his 5th goal from only 30 metres out. It mightn't even be 30 metres out.
Rioli has had a very, very good quarter, and that use of the ball then to Roach. Roach made space out in that pocket. Rioli saw him leading there, hooked it out, and young Tony Campbell had no chance whatsoever of stopping that pass.
Roach will take this shot at goal, but as he's doing that, I see the Melbourne trainers and the Richmond trainers out there treating the injured. But Roach on his way toward goal, looking for his 5th goal and getting it. So just prior to three-quarter time on Sevens Big League at the MCG. In fact, at three-quarter time at the MCG, Michael Roach has bagged his 5th goal. Richmond 17 goals 7, 109 points. Melbourne 14, 17, 101 points. On Sevens Big League in round 12 from the MCG, it's Melbourne versus Richmond. We go into the final term with Richmond leading Melbourne by 8 points. It's been tapped out back toward the centre of the ground and picked up by Batterson. The kick not travelling very far. Little kick came toward Grinter, but picked up by Thornton of Richmond. Going out wide toward Anea. We're giving chases Hughes of Melbourne. Hughes with the ball in front of him. Should have got shepherded there by White, but White dropped back for the handball and is tapped over the boundary line there by Terry Smith of Richmond and will be thrown in on the practice wicket area at the MCG. In the first term, Melbourne led Richmond by 6 points. Richmond led at half-time by 12 points. And at the start of this final term, we see Richmond in front by 8 points over Melbourne.
The umpires paid a free kick against Peter Moore and... well, it's gone to Mark Lee. I didn't think there was much in that either, Peter. I think I nearly agree with you on that one as we see Mark Lee from half forward bring it towards the half forward line. Oh, gee, Manton had a big chance to take a mark there. He's been a great player today, though. Sean White on the left foot. Started off at fullback on Michael Roach, was quickly moved. Here's Russell Richards, since moving to the forward line, has played pretty well on the half forward line. Batterston, he also... with Richard started on interchange. That kick, though, was a bad one. Straight to Poole. Poole across to Francis. Francis further afield towards Andrew Cross. He's tackled. Rioli was brilliant in the third quarter here. He had 9 kicks on that occasion. The handball went 10 metres behind John Anea. But Rioli was very quiet in the first half. Then he showed his usual brilliance in that third quarter with 9 kicks. Here's Ronnie Thornton running down the ground. Ton of paces. He runs to centre wing. A little chip pass across. He finds Andrew Cross. This is danger for Melbourne as Cross breaks away, but the only one down there. No Richmond player within 40 metres of the goals, and Peter Moore takes an easy mark.
He's undecided as to where to go. He tried to find Yates, but a bad kick has found the opposition in Rawlings. So Barry Rawlings, about 45 metres out from goal, could nearly have the ball taken from him in a moment as Rawlings put some heavy work in on Healy. Healy having a few words of protest to the umpire. The umpire stands his ground, and Healy not very impressed with the entire situation. Sorry, it's Batterston. There's been a few words to say, but Rawlings could nearly kick this goal. This is not the goal that the Melbourne supporters want to see. Going on its way, very close to a score, and a mark will be paid. They're in the goal square by Mark Lee. Very poor defensive work by Melbourne.
Well, that's happened a couple of times. Lee has already kicked 3 goals. He started in the ruck, was moved to centre half forward, and 3 or 4 times he's marked about 2 metres out from goal, and the Melbourne players have not punched the ball away, and that's a goal, and a bad one as far as Melbourne is concerned. That's his 4th. A good effort to the big captain, Mark Lee.
Yes, they should have punched that ball away because it's 10 kicks now to Mark Lee. He's kicked, as Peter told you, 4 goals out of the Richmond total of 18-7. Good kicking for goal, though, isn't it? 25 shots to 29 shots, 31 shots, and it's 115 playing 101. So 14 points can be picked up quite easily. Only 3 minutes have gone. Melbourne led Richmond by 18 points one stage of the second term, but Richmond got on top.
Well, if we cast our minds back to early in the year, Jack, we were here and Melbourne finished over the top of Richmond and beat them in the last quarter. There's more. Oh, gee, well, you saw that on the TV. That was shocking disposal. In fact, I don't think it should have gone there in the first place. It should have gone straight down the corner in the goal square.
Exactly right. He's gone about 50 metres away from goal. Moore going to do the ruck work against Lee. He outmanoeuvred him then. Got a little kick away. Lee doing well. Dixon goes in to try and get a hand pass back. Oh, Stretch looked for a free kick there, but didn't get it. He got more than a free kick. Thornton got a kick up toward the half-forward zone. Terry Smith of Richmond by himself, having trouble picking up. Hand pass by Hughes finds Cole. Cole of Melbourne down the flank. If Hughes can take, a Stretch can take this inside the boundary line, Melbourne can go forward, which they do now through Dixon. Dixon's about 55 out, going short, finds Fidge, and Johnny Fidge has a chance to kick a goal. So Melbourne can come back. as Peter McKenna suggested. They're only down 14 points. And can John Fidge kick this goal, Pete?
Gee, I just wish that they'd keep using the ball like Dale Dixon did then, instead of just blazing away to their forwards, to have someone leading and give it to a man out in front of goal, because they've been blazing away and making it hard for the forwards. Johnny Fidge for Melbourne has already kicked 3. Let's see if he can kick his 4th. Oh, I think he's missed. Another point, is it? Yes. I had him down as 3. Is that right? Yes. So it is 3 goals to John Fidge and another point. So 14-18 Melbourne, Richmond 18-7. So 115 plays 102.
Good mark. Good mark. Now here's a chance for Melbourne to get it back into attack again. The ball's going to be kicked right down there by Grinter, who's done fairly well in the did well in the first half. Grinter's too far out to score, I would suggest. 55 metres out he is. Right up to the goal square, though. Fidge had the hands to it, couldn't hold it. We'll see the ball through 4-1 behind to Melbourne. So the Melbourne tally of points grows. Peter, 14-19, 103. Richmond 18-7, 115. Still not much in the game, though. Only 12 points between the teams. 2 straight kicks for goal if Melbourne could find 2 straight kicks, and they could be level. Jimmy Jess with a half-back flank. Jarrett should go the spoil. He puts the ball on the turf too. There was a chance there, but no Melbourne player. Not in court. Nearly through that one. The umpire calls play on. The ball taken away and delivered out there by Cross in toward the centre to Rawlings. Rawlings should have hand passed on to Francis. He does now. He waited for Francis to make the ground up. The bounce was nice. It came up beautifully for him. It's up to the goal square now. Rioli and White. And a mark to Rioli. In the back. In the back. Rioli said, "You're caught." Rioli didn't look too happy, did he?
No, it was a touchy one. There was definitely a little nudge out. No, maybe the umpire was right. Rioli certainly was not too impressed with that, as the mark has been taken by Bauer. A shocking kick out of defence there by Sean White. A real shocker, straight in the hands of Brendan Bauer. Now, Bauer is going to kick from 55 metres out here. It would take a very good drop punt from there to make the distance. Let's see if he is a good kick as he lines it up. Oh, it's good off the boot. Up towards the goal square, over the back of the pack. It's a chance for Richmond's Michael Roach. Oh, a flying kick, and I think that copped him.
It did
I think that copped him. That would have really hurt to Nigel Cole. Have a look, he's holding. That was a real boot. It wasn't deliberately kicked, of course, but it was certainly in danger.
Well, a bit of a dust up there behind the goals. The umpire's trying to sort things out here on Sevens Big League from the MCG after Nigel Cole received that boot. Temper's got a bit frayed, but it's all been sorted out now. The free kick will go the way of Melbourne. It's 103 playing 115. Melbourne only trailing by 12 points. They're on Sevens Big League as we approach the 7.5-minute mark of the final turn. The kick is high. Moore and Lee do battle. Oh, Lee easily outpoints Moore.
Yes, a lovely mark to Mark Lee. Gives it across to Brendan Bauer. He lines up the goals. It swings back. It's all Melbourne, though. Oh, an easy mark drop, but it's a free kick to Sean White, I think, said the umpire. Umpire Snedden, it was. 2 umpires today, umpire Snedden and Howe. Umpire Snedden giving that one Sean White. In flashes, he looks a very good player, and he lets you down by making silly mistakes. It's grabbed there by Stretch over the back of the pack. Hooks it wide. Oh, Hughes went to boot it off the ground. It comes towards the centre wing area. Russell Richards has got it. Now they need a goal, and they need it badly. Up towards full forward. Over the back of the pack is John Fidge. He runs. Now he's got the open goal. He hooks it back. It looks good. Oh, it's a good goal. They needed that one. A lovely goal to John Fidge.
What a great goal kicked by Johnny Fidge. He kicks his 4th goal. The Melbourne fans are happy. An injury you see there on Sevens Big League. The congratulations by Healy for Fidge. 15-9, 109 to 18-7, 115. Only 6 points between the teams, and the injury you see. It's a stretcher job, I think. They've called for the stretcher, I believe. On the outer side, it's
ankle.
It's Peart limping off, straight off the ground, and won't want the stretcher, and his replacement will be Craig Smith. But play continues. Up toward Fidge it travels. He looked for the free kick. All the mark, didn't get either. A chance now for Dixon to tap it out. He did that. Follows it through, but then lost it. Stretch of Melbourne picks up. Into the forward pocket it travels. They're up high. No mark is taken. It's on the turf. Notting breaks through for Richmond. The kick comes off the boot. Over the boundary line. No, just inside the boundary line. Out toward Johnny Anea. He gets around the opposition on the half-back flank. Gets it out to Thornton. That was a throw if ever I've seen one. That was a shocker.
Yes, an umpire snedding right onto that one. And all of a sudden, Melbourne are looking dangerous. The scoreboard, 15-19, 109 to 18-7, 115. That's only 6 points the difference. Up to that Melbourne forward line. No one can take the mark. Dean Notting brings it away. And this game is really livened up, reminiscent of the game they had early in the year. It's grabbed there by Nigel Cole. The long kick, Cordner. Oh, he's slow to get there. Gosh, shocking hand pass. Straight to Manton. Now this is danger for Melbourne because they've got the loose man, Richmond. Trevor Poole gives it to Johnny Annear. He wants to give it to a loose man, but there's no one there. Onto the left foot he goes. He's looking for Roach. Roach in the middle of the pack, but that's a good mark to the Irishman, Sean White.
He's going out wide too, looking for Nigel Cole. There are two players out there. It's been taken by Yates. Cole will drop back for the short pass. He goes into the centre to find Newport. Newport in the centre of the Melbourne cricket ground, looking for a lead across half forward. Johnson's going down to make a short man with a very short pass. Grinder waited for it too. Yep. Players wait for the ball. Luckily he got out of that one. His hand pass though goes to the opposition. It's taken by Terry Smith, who drives into the half forward zone. Poole sets himself, one-handed mark. Couldn't take it. Pickering's hand pass ineffective. Along the ground it travels. Melbourne out of trouble again.
Yes, and they have got out of trouble. Who's this? This is Healy, I think, who's had a great day. Now, will it be taken off him?
That was an act. That was an act.
Wait on, is he going to give it to
He's
Healy?
going to reverse the decision.
No, he's going to give it to Healy.
Oh, I thought he's going to...
Yes, I thought he was going to take it off him too.
So did I.
Oh, gee, I think he changed his mind, Jack.
Here's a chance for Jarrett. He's going to drive long. Melbourne are falling down. There are no Rovers down there to pick up the crumbs and hit the turf. Once again, Richmond can take it away, this time through Smith. Cole's tried the heavy stuff, tried to keep the ball in the forward zone. Been taken away here by Rawlings. Rawlings now with the ball on the left boot, up toward the half-forward zone, but it's out of bounds. So a throw-in will take place in a position between the wing and half-forward for Richmond. Melbourne don't have a rover to pick up the crumb once the ball hits the turf on the forward line.
You're right, Jack. You've hit the nail right in the head. Both those forwards up there aren't taking marks, and when it hits the deck, Richmond are getting it away far too easily. There is Peter Moore getting it down to the ground. Was it a free kick to Smith? No, said the umpire. In they go after it. There's Stephen James. Also in there is Andrew Cross. But that one before, I reckon, to be quite honest, Healy was a bit lucky. He did shove him in the face, and, you know, usually umpires will reverse that one, and the crowd is still hurting the umpire about it. We were certain he was going to reverse it.
12 minutes into the final term, Richmond still lead Melbourne, 115 to 109. Only one goal in it. A very high kick will come off the hands of the pack toward Yates. It's pushed out now past Bauer. Sean White looked a bit slow moving to that ball, but it got out of it all right. He picks up and goes for a little pass, and my word, that was a short one.
Yes, that was Newport with the kick down towards half forward. This is Rodney Grinter. Gee, this is like the game earlier in the year when they met here, and Melbourne won the game. Russell Richards. No mark, said the umpire. He's got it. Here he goes. Oh, this could be the team lifter. Let's see what he does. Oh, he didn't go for the kick. He went for the handball. I reckon he should have gone the kick. Graham Landy gives it to Stephen James. Oh, now they've lost possession because Pickering out on his own. Centre wing. He's got a loose man. He kicks it wide. Oh, good spoiling tactics, but it's grabbed by Poole. Poole a hand pass to Bauer. He'll look for Roach. The lead has been made. Oh, it's a shocking kick off the side of the boot. Oh, he copped one round the neck. Who's that? That's Healy. Been a great player. Gets it out wide to Dixon. Dale Dixon gets around his opponent. Kicks it high. It's all Richmond. They run at the ball, and the mark has been taken by Terry Smith.
Melbourne messing up their chances up forward by not kicking the ball. Newport sets himself. The mark has been taken by Newport. He can move it on now if he wishes. He puts it out wide, very wide and very high. A hard ball to take. It's been tapped to the turf. A chance for Craig Smith. The kick not a good one, giving John Fidge the opportunity. He breaks away. And a chance to have the shot at goal, but there's no one home if it drops short. In goes Jess, and what was it? Point. Carried through for one behind only. There was nobody home at all for Melbourne. Jeremy Nichols did lead out from goal, but Fidge, I don't think, could have got the ball around. There's only 5 points between this. 5 points in favour of Richmond, and Jess goes short and finds a teammate. Bauer takes it. He's only 40 metres out from Melbourne's goal. A chance now for the ball to be tapped down by Hughes, is being held. It's a little kick, comes away, and it's taken here by Batterson. Out toward Moore, travels. He's gone straight across the ground, and Moore with the ball on the members' wing. He should go long. No silly hand passes. He's gone short. The players don't go to meet it. Once again, Melbourne mess it up as they go forward.
Terrible play by Melbourne. Peter Moore, your experience, you should go long in a situation like that. Ducking back. Melbourne are playing better football at the moment. That was Hughes. Kicks across the ground. He's got two men to give it to. Nigel Cole's got a ton of pace. 5 points the difference in favour of Richmond. Can Melbourne score a goal? Nigel Cole runs. He kicks it long. John Fidge at the back. Oh, over the back is Jeremy Nichols. He can't pick it up. And they pounce in on the ball and it'll be a bounce, but he should have picked that one up, young Nichols.
Took his eye off the ball. Should have had it in his grasp and gone straight toward goal. We always say that, but looks easier from here. 5 points between the teams. Richmond leading Melbourne. 15 minutes gone. Sevens big league final quarter at the MCG.
Oh.
And defensive work there by the Richmond side. Not penalised. Barry Rawlings tapped it out of bounds purposefully, but the umpire didn't penalise it. Can Melbourne get a goal and get back in front? We'll soon find out. 15 and a half gone, the final term.
Yes. Chance for Melbourne now in that forward pocket. Fidge up the side of the boot, but look, not one Melbourne player down there near the goals. Craig Smith was there, but luck's a fortune for Melbourne. It beat him over the line and out of bounds. 5 points the difference at the 15.5-minute mark of the final quarter. Scoring shots 35 to 25. 10 more to Melbourne in this game. That could be a free kick to Jess. No, said the umpire. Away they come. Out of defence as the kick comes from...
what a great
diving mark has been taken there by Graham Yates, and he's been a good, honest player all day. Over to Gary Lyon. They can't get anyone to take a mark. Can they now? Grinter, Jess. Now it's a chance. Alan Johnson could be the hero. He straightens up. He fires at the goal and he's missed again.
Melbourne can't kick a goal, Peter. 15-21, 1-1-1. 4 points behind the Richmond total of 18 goals, 7, 1-1-5.
6 points to Alan Johnson.
Who won't forget this game in a hurry? The kick by Smith drifts toward the boundary line. It will be touched by Cole. Does he keep it in play? He does. The ball's still in play. Cole again picks up for Melbourne. Melbourne still a chance to get this ball forward. Grinter's there. The ball brought to turf. Fidge missed it. It's been picked up. Smith caught in possession. Picked up. Shot by Healy. It's a goal, is it? It is. Melbourne in front on Sevens Big League at the MCG. Healy kicks his 5th goal. Melbourne 16-21, 1-1-7. Richmond 18-7, 1-1-5.
Greg Healy playing a magnificent game. There he is, the little rover. 5 goals, could be a match-winning effort. There's the runner coming out to talk to him. He's had 22 kicks and 9 handballs and kicked 5 goals. Now it's Melbourne's turn. Can they hang on? They're 2 points in front. But very, very reminiscent of the game earlier in the season when Melbourne got up in the dying minutes when Richmond seemed to have the game won.
Yes, Melbourne won that game by 10 points. This one is anyone. So hand pass comes away, taken by Rawlings from James. A high kick goes toward Roberts, who just came back on the ground, replates cross. The kick from Roberts to the half-forward zone. Sean White sets himself on the second grab, will be paid the mark.
Played a very good final quarter, Jack.
Yes, he looked dark for him early in the day when he had the job of trying to contain Roach. But now it's Sean White going down the outer flank.
There's the kick from White towards centre wing, punched away by Notting into the hands of Rawlings. Rawlings with a hand pass. This is Mike Roberts with the ball on his left foot. Hooks it back towards half forward. Up they go. Mark Lee. Well played, Gary Lyon. It was punched away from Lee. John Manton was dispossessed as Nigel Cole gets it up towards half forward. It's grabbed by Dale Dixon. Here's danger. The long kick. John Fidge. Out he comes. Can't take the mark. It hits the deck. Grinter crashes his way through. Now it's Alan Johnson. Jimmy Jess. Oh, he's steady as a rock under pressure. Kicks it wide and finds Dean Notting.
Dean Notting on the half-back flank on the outer side. I think Alan Johnson's hurt too. I saw the trainers out to him before. But Notting goes out toward the flank. Teammate can't take the mark. That was Barry Rawlings, and it's tapped out by Jarrett. It's Melbourne leading Richmond by 2 points on Sevens Big League. The 18.5-minute mark has gone by now. We're going toward the 19-minute mark. The ball just about neutral territory on the outer wing, taken by Moore. The hand pass ineffective. Healy looking for the free kick, which didn't come. The umpire said a bounce will take place on the centre wing position outer side. 16 goals, 21 the Melbourne total. 1-1-7. Richmond 18 goals, 7, 1-1-5. 2 points between the teams. Exactly 19 minutes into the final
Peter
term.
Moore, they really need him firing in these last few minutes as the ball comes wide. Oh, good shepherding by Moore. Kicked up the ground by Healy. Towards half forward, it's still in play as Trevor Poole grabs the football. A hand pass to Bauer, back to Poole. He runs to centre half back. He's going for the long kick. He's down as he kicked it. Pickering, could have been a free kick. Now he goes in, Michael Pickering, ducks the head, and the umpire said it was too high. The Melbourne supporters won't like that.
No, you're dead right. He ducked the head and shouldn't have been paid. Poole goes forward to the half-forward zone. It travels. It's picked up by Big Lee. Barges through. The hand passes to Bauer. Bauer gets a hand pass over the top again. They can't take it. A near beaten for the ball by Sean White. White can carry the ball down. He's going down the members' flank. To the wing position he travels.
Why
he comes
didn't he
down
run at him?
through the wing. He goes for a short pass. Not a good kick. Picked up by Dixon in toward the half-forward zone. And the mark has been taken down there on that half-forward position.
Well, that's amazing, you know. Landy ran with his opponent, let White run down the ground. I know he might have given the hand pass over the top, but I don't know. He's played a magnificent last quarter, Sean White, but I think you must take the punt and run at the man and put him under a bit of pressure, Jack.
I agree entirely. Grinter going for his third goal. 50 metres out at the MCG. The torpedo punt works not well off the boot toward goals. On the hands of the players, it hit the post, and the umpire indicates one behind. So nothing in the game still. 20-30 gone, 20 and a half minutes have gone, the final term. Melbourne lead by 3 points over Richmond after kicking badly for goal. Now Richmond bring the ball away from their full back position. Up to the wing it travels. Players set themselves. Jess is out now to get some drive. Gives it to Notting. Notting comes through the half-forward zone now. After the second bounce, after the third bounce, he's going to look for Roach. No, he ignored Roach, which I didn't think was good thinking. He goes into the forward pocket. A chance for Campbell. Campbell of Melbourne. Cooley gets out of trouble. The kick not a good one. Back toward Jarrett. Notting can't take the mark. It's on the turf with Landy. He can't gain possession. Picked up by Jarrett. Jarrett's looking around the flank for a teammate. Big Jess is there. Jess is about to pounce. Can't take the mark. Picked up by Bauer. Bauer is called by Francis, but is taken by Landy. He's caught. Rioli comes on the scene. He can get a hand pass back to Manton. Manton moves it from the wing up to the half-forward zone. A chance now for Richmond. They can't take the mark, though.
They're doing well, Melbourne. Kicked up the ground by Campbell. Oh, Melbourne players everywhere. Jarrett's been a terrific player today, as usual. Goes for the short one. Oh, slipped over. This could be dangerous. The Melbourne player slipped. Trevor Poole to Brendan Bauer. Bauer fires at the goals. He's hooked it. No, it's a goal and Richmond hit the butt. A mistake by Melbourne. The player slipped over Graham Yates and Bowers kicked a lovely goal. So the Tigers are in front.
Richmond back in front after bad mistakes by Alan Jarrett, who had the ball in the half-back flank, should have come round the wing, went in toward the centre of the ground where Healy lost his footing. The ball picked up and shot by Bauer for a good goal. Richmond leading Melbourne by 3 points on Sevens Big League. All the action from the MCG. One mistake in these circumstances can cost you a game. Normally it's the team that doesn't make the mistakes that win these games. So we'll see what happens in the next few minutes.
There's young Bauer again on the left foot, out wide. Oh, gee, he lost sight of the ball in stretch. Now it's Mark Lee charging after the football. Gets down, loses
done.
it. This is coming up for his 9th kick of the quarter. He's been magnificent, Sean White.
You better kick it
He's
quickly.
still going. He gives the hand pass to Healy, who's been a great player. Healy towards half forward. Russell Richards took his eyes off it. Oh, here come the Demons, though. Kicked away by Jeremy Nichols. Batterston's got it. He's got to kick it quickly. Left foot. John Fidge in front. Punched away by Smith. Here's a chance for the Demons. Rodney Grinter picks it up. Don't tell me he's kicked another one. A point. He has. And they're wasting opportunities. 16 goals, 23 Melbourne to Richmond, 19-7. So the difference is 2 points in favour of the Tigers.
Jimmy Jess leads to the full-back kick, and Jess did well to take that mark. Would have got the free kick anyhow. And from the half-back flank, Jess will try and hold play up for a little while, I would think. It's 23 and a half minutes nearly gone. Jimmy Jess holding play up. I thought he would. The umpire should make him kick. He does eventually up to the wing position where players will set themselves. Moore should spoil instead of going for the mark. The ball hits the turf. Rioli's there. Can't take it. Could have been a chance for Jarrett's free kick. Hand pass comes out. That's Bauer once again. Bauer going in toward the centre of the ground. Richmond player Lee sets himself. The ball comes to turf. No mark taken. A chance for Poole. The shot at goal is... No, it's swinging away. It might go through for one behind. and now it's out of bounds. So a boundary throw in Richmond's forward pocket, a chance to kick a goal. 24 minutes gone the final term. Richmond lead Melbourne by 2 points, and all the action on Sevens Big League. It's only 20 metres out from Richmond's goal. Can they convert?
Well, Melbourne, can they get a goal? There's Roach, it's a kick, and it's a point. So Melbourne breathe a little easier. They are only 3 points behind at the 24.5-minute mark of the final quarter. Michael Roach has kicked 5 today, and young Campbell's done all right in this quarter on him. I think he has kept him goalless in this quarter. Towards the half-back line. Oh, here's danger because Terry Smith's got it. He hooks it back. Roach is there. Oh, he's got the bounce beautifully. He hooks it back. Hard, high, and it's a great goal to Michael Roach, and maybe that's the sealer.
Every chance of that. Roach has kicked his 6th goal now. Richmond 20 goals, 8, 128. Melbourne 16, 23, 119 on Sevens Big League, but we're not quite to the 25-minute mark. So there is a chance in the time-on period for Melbourne to go forward. Into time-on now by 3 seconds. At the centre bounce. If Melbourne can get this one down and get a goal, they're still in it. 128 to 119. Only 9 points between the teams. 2 quick kicks. Can Melbourne do it? Moore got the tap down towards Johnson. I think is injured. Johnson's kick goes goalward. Fidge coming out. Here comes Fidge. No one can take the mark. It's tapped away from goals now. Good play by Thornton. Swinging the ball back across ground. He goes wide. A well-placed kick finds a teammate too. James hand pass. Goes back out to Anea. Anea on the half-back flank. Now on the wing position. Moves up around the flank toward the half-forward zone. Coming out to meet it is Hughes. Hughes of Melbourne going back down the flank, looking for a teammate, but kicks straight to Notting, who takes the mark on the outer wing position.
Yes, Dean Notting, who was a very good player in the first quarter of this game, goes short to Rioli, who had a brilliant third quarter when he had 9 kicks, but hasn't been so dominant in this quarter. Towards forward pocket, where a strong mark has been taken by the big fella Mark Lee. Lee has kicked 4 goals. When he went to centre-half forward in the third quarter, he's a very, very good player. Up towards full forward it is, and that's a good mark. Oh, what a great quarter this kid's played, Sean White. He's had 10 kicks for the quarter, a terrific effort.
Well, he's going to kick now straight down the ground, but there's no one there. You have to wait for someone to get into position now. Richards has got there, getting up high, had the ball in his grasp, couldn't hold it. It's been tapped out by Cole. It's on the turf, shot out to Roberts. Roberts kicks it very high into the half-forward flank position. Players set themselves, and a good mark has been taken over there by Newport. Newport of Melbourne should go down the ground with a kick. He goes to Hughes with a hand pass. He brings it down toward the centre-half forward position, but it's all Richmond. It's been tapped out toward Rioli. Rioli getting away with a short pass, a good pass too, and he finds a teammate out there in Barry Rawlings. Rawlings will hold up play. He doesn't mind how many seconds tick away while the umpire lets him take all the time he'll permit. Rawlings holding things up. From the centre of the ground, he goes up toward the half-forward zone. Smith said to himself, can't take it. Batterston brings the ball away.
No one to give it to, Adrian Batterston. Their forward line, it doesn't really function, Melbourne. He's got no one to give it to, why kick it straight to Richmond? In the end, he had to, and it went straight to Manton. Well, that's shocking forward play by the Melbourne forwards, and I think John Northey will have a good word to him.
Yes, we'll have to do something with that forward zone. Smith took the hand pass from Manton. Brings it forward. That's Craig Smith. Up high it travels. A chance for Batterston once again. He's well tackled. The ball comes to turf. Taken by Trevor Poole. 50 metres out. Now it's 40 metres out. He shoots toward goal. That's the sealer. That's it. Trevor Poole kicks the goal that wins the game, that seals the game. He kicks his second goal. His 12th kick of the day. Melbourne 16-23. Richmond 21-8. 134 to 119 on Sevens Big League. 28 minutes into the final term.
Well, that was a lovely goal to Richmond. They wanted it more than Melbourne then, but the people are screaming out of the ground. They realise that was the sealer, as Jack said. But that Melbourne forward line ought to be ashamed of themselves in the last couple of minutes when the players have got the ball and no one is prepared to run, make a lead. They all stood back waiting for something to happen, and I think that's most disappointing at a crucial stage of the match. There's Jimmy Jess punching the ball away. This is Nigel Cole, I think it is, on centre wing. Let's see. Yes, it is Nigel. He and Newport look very alike. He brings it back towards half forward. Jimmy Jess, the big thump away. Is the Rhino, Russell Richards. He runs to half forward. He's going for the long kick towards goal. There's the siren. So that might be counted. That's a goal on the siren. Yes, that will count. So at the final siren. Richmond very fortunate to get out of this one in my book, but they've won the game 21 goals 8, 134 to Melbourne 17 goals 23, shocking kicking 125.
You want to be a real footballer? I've been a real footballer. You've got to look like a real footballer. You've got to go for the mark. The VFL mark. Go for the mark. Go for the mark.
Go for the VFL mark at Myer. Real footy Guernseys, real footy shorts, and real supporters wool jumpers in all club colours and badges. Go for the VFL mark at Myer.
People say that straight kicking can often win matches, and really that's what it amounted to at the MCG, with the final scoreline showing Richmond 21 goals 8, 134, Melbourne 17-23, 125, the Tigers sneaking home by 9 points. Their main contributors in front of goal, Michael Roach continuing his fine season. He had 6 today and Mark Lee booted 4. For the Demons, Healy 5, Fidge 4. But to give you an idea of the inaccuracy by some of the Melbourne players, Fidge in fact finished with 4 goals 5. Alan Johnson kicked 5 behinds for the day, and Rodney Grinter contributed 2 goals 4. So the Demons still sitting in 11th spot on the ladder with just 3 wins for the year, and the Tigers now join Footscray, Collingwood and Essendon all on 24 points. So there's a real charge on for both 4th and 5th placings on the VFL ladder. How it works out, we'll find out in the weeks to come, and we hope you can join us again here on Pro Football.